ciencia.
Ame la ciencia.
Was I talking again? What did I say? What did y'all hear me? I know I didn't curse this time because my I have back spasms. So whenever no, I just coughed. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on, I gotta put my background music. Yeah, man, I got a bad back spasm. So I'm gonna be real calm today. Cause I'm in pain. Pain without love. Pain, can't get enough. Pain, like it rough. Cause I want na 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 na. Pain. I don't even know who sang that song. All I know is I'm in pain. The left side of my back is tearing me up. Yes, it's the avatar again. Make my phone the P-phone. P-phone heard me. I don't care. My husband said pain is only weakness leaving the body. Well, hey, I'd be glad when it's weakness leave my body then. Because Lord have mercy, it's back spasm. I'm taking me a nice hot bath tonight. Because this hurts. It hurts so much I couldn't even go exercise today. I was like, no. So listen, I want to talk to you guys some. Okay, so the kidology video, right? Let's talk about this because you guys commissioned me to do it. Well, you didn't really commission me. You just raised the money for me to do it. I'm not going to do it on the first video. I'm not going to do it on the part 1. I'll do it on the part 2. Because I just don't feel like going over that video and doing all that editing of like react to the whole video again and then just, cut it out, Like that was a 5-hour video and it required a lot of explaining about how, one, she let him on. Two, she also allowed an abusive man, a man who only wanted to get in them goods. She allowed him into her life. Like, it's both of their faults, but it's more her fault than his fault. And she wants to paint it as if it's all his fault. No, 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 no. It's mostly your fault. I am tired of women, not all, but I'm tired of some of these women acting like they're the damsel in distress. You all have a choice to prevent these men coming in your life by just cutting them off. I can see if you told them no and then they start stalking you. That's another conversation. That's a different technique we have to do to get rid of that person. But you can't sit up here and say, well, okay, let's be friends. I like you. Can we have a Zoom call? Oh, thank you. Here's where I live. Like, nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. Okay? And I don't want men to be weak either. Telling myself, let's remove the violence out of men. No, I want that violence. Not on me. That'll get you a bullet bag, okay? You become a bullet bag, you mess with me like that. But I'm saying is that they have to be able to funnel that energy into something creative, into something useful, into something helpful. Okay, I don't want eunuchs. And I think it's stupid to sit up here and say, well, we need to teach men how not to be violent. Okay, as soon as you teach men how not to be violent, I want you to teach women how not to scream. Good luck with that. Or teach black women like myself how not to yell. Like today I'm not yelling because I'm in pain. I hurt. I really, really hurt. It causes discomfort to think of the beautiful tree of logic to suffer. Yes, Donald, thank you. Thank you for feeling sorry for my suffrage. I will take all the sympathy. I'm so yes, feel sorry for me. Po me. Oh my God. So I'm not putting up with that. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna because you guys did raise the money, I'm gonna react to her part 2 video. I'm not doing a part 1. I don't want to. It's too long and I can't turn it into a small video. I don't even know how I'm gonna turn the reaction part. I think I can, because there's nothing. It's like she can't play victim. And I also caught her in a lie because she said that she has a problem rejecting people. Oh boy, she ain't have a problem rejecting him when he refused to go anywhere. So she's a liar, right? She's a liar about being a femcel. She's a liar about she doesn't like rejection. Oh God, man, I'm so tired of this. You know what's going on though? It's weakness is the new black. Being a victim is the new black, dude. It's like, oh, I got PTSD, bipolar disorder, social anxiety, autism with a little bit of Tourette's. Which causes me to eat a lot, and therefore I am learning to love my fat able body. And if you don't like it, you're fat phobic. Yeah, all this stuff. I'm so over it. And it's a little different for me because in my real world, I am surrounded by powerful people. In my real world, I don't have anybody in my life that's weak. And that play the victim. I don't have that. Then I get online And these people are replying to me. And they comment in my comment section on YouTube. That I block them. After I cuss them out, I block them. Or ban them. So, yeah. I just not gonna. Anyway, we're gonna start out. We're gonna get to finally. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I just want to let you guys know. I'm gonna get that kidology thing first, and then I'm gonna get into the new Rollo Tomasi stuff. Because thank God I recorded both of them on the streams. So let's, as always, go into my Twitter account, which is pretty strange today. Because like I said, I have not been active because I've been really, really in the gym. Right, I'm seeing a little bit of my muscles back, just a little bit. And I'm getting excited. Oh my God, is this not a badass picture or what? Hello, nurse. Hey girl, what your name is? What your name is? Absolutely flawless, this woman. And she's so tiny too. She's tiny. But I'm here for, okay. So what else was this something else? Okay, yeah, I wanted to read this from all right. Let's start right here. Apparently people thought when I said hyenas, they thought I was talking about girls. That tells me a lot. Y'all think that women are hyenas. I'm calling the women sheeples and the men hyenas. Maybe I should have put male hyenas. Okay. So remember when after I did that video about Natasha coming in and showing me and let me abuse her verbally to show how these type of women stay with abusive people on their own. They don't leave. Just like she didn't leave from this conversation. And Melly, thank you for sharing your experience. That was very touching and empowering too. I love the happy ending at the end of it. So I appreciate you. I put a heart by your message. So I do see myself as a lioness. And a lioness is the one who tend to roam alone, but she can be in a herd together. And I don't know if you ever seen a group of lioness get together and kill a lion. It's the most fascinating thing ever. When lioness are like, okay, I don't know why lioness choose to kill a lion. I don't know. I got to read about that or look at a documentary. But I've seen 2 video clips of lioness. It's like 5 of them, and they circle around a lion. Is it? I didn't see any cubs though. And they circle around a lion, and they tore they tore him up. It was brutal. I said, damn. I like these lioness, but I never found out why they did that. Isn't it crazy, Candace? And I never realized how powerful. Hold on a second. I never realized how powerful lioness are. They're the one who hunt the food. Okay. Once they have their cubs, they look at the lion. They go, yo, thanks for impregnating me. Bye, pew. Don't mess with me and my baby. Okay. So there's that. Progressive women are great hunters. I'm not 100%, but I've heard of lions going for cubs, and lioness probably don't play that game. But where all 5 of them go though, P-Funk? I'm not saying you're not wrong, but I don't think so. And let me tell you why I don't think so. Because that would be one lioness with her cubs. These were 5 lioness. These were 5 of them. Like a lioness is with her 1 cub or 2 cubs, right? She's with her babies by herself. These were 5 of them. And I just don't know why they did that. I'm not mad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad. Not at all. I'm not mad. I just want to know the why so that I can say, oh, okay, that's badass, okay? But anyway, lioness, like, they can be loners, but they can also be in a pack. It's either or with them. They good by themselves, they good without, it doesn't matter. But they like to be on a hill, they like to be above so they can look down and see everything, right? They ain't trying to appease to or appeal to some lion or anything, right? So, at a zoo, there were lioness that attacked their dominant male at the zoo because of food. Oh, you deleted that. I'm like, why would they attack a lion at the zoo for food when it's a zoo? They get food at the zoo. They have seen weakness. And by the way, Skills, this whole thing about progressive women are great, Honda, shut the hell up. Stop lying in my daggone chat. Progressive women, don't be bringing no progressive women stuff in here. Matter of fact, I'm banning you because you said Kamala Harris is a lioness. Okay, now you are perma-banned out of my chat. Feel free to stay subscribed or unsubscribe. I don't care. The numbers do me well, but it doesn't do you well because you can't be seen in my chat no more. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Coming here talking about some Kamala is a lioness. Trolling get your banned quick. Trolling get your banned quick. And I'm not in a good mood right now, so trolling would get you banned real quick in my chat. Anyway. So after I did the live stream of that girl Natasha, some chick must have seen the video and decided she wants to debate the situation with me. I just immediately blocked her. Because I'm like, I already proved my point. Now the rest of y'all heifers are just going to just get blocked. I am not in the mood to play on Twitter because my time is more narrow than ever. I really don't have that much time. I have an appointment with a time management coach to see if it's really me or if it's just I got a lot of stuff on my plate. But anyway, so I did this. What was this? This was the 28th. So this was done, this Sunday. So this Sunday, I blocked her, and then I did this. I said, me looking down upon the sheeples who partnered with hyenas. Couldn't be me. You can't sit with us. Beautiful lioness. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, right? Then we got this, but that's not what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about this either. It's just, listen, I know y'all hate Andrew Wilson, and I do too, but the red pill community have a lot of losers with expendable income. They think that learning how to debate women is going to get them to interact with women and to get with women. And it's not. Remember, there's always a sucker to lick. Nick Fuito's being a homosexual. This is what I wanted to look at. All right. So, Murder with Crayons posted this saying, Ryan Dawson is being paid by Andrew Tate. Ryan told Myron that the Tates is paying him to interview the ex-boyfriend of one of the Tate's alleged trafficking victims. Ryan also spreads Tate's misinformation. So the girls are fighting, right? Myron and Ryan Dawson were cool as a mug for 3 years now. And let me see, Myron, in all his effeminate state, gets on a Twitter space a month ago and started dragging Ryan, talking about how Ryan is broke. Ryan always be begging people to pay to give him some money. Ryan is a freaking white asbestos duster. And he leaked all of their DMs. So I wanted to read it, right? Yeah, TJ, like I was like, this is so effeminate. This is so effeminate, right? And that was a creepy. You talking about who you talking to, James? Okay. I think you're talking to somebody in the chat, and Ryan is in the reply somewhere, right? I thought he was in the replies. Recorded himself getting overjoyed to use under. Oh yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. These guys who hate Jews, they are not wrapped too tight. I'm telling you. They are. I've never seen an intelligent person be so anti-Jew. I've never seen a powerful man be anti-Jew. All right, let's read this. Let's start with these right here. All right, so here go Myron. Hold on now. I'm not happy about that. Okay, let me read this to see who is what. I think Myron is the black box and Ryan is the purple box. Seems you might still be holding a grudge. If that's the case, please let me know because it makes us both look bad when we didn't do the RFK episode as promised to the people. I never had a personal problem with you and wish you all the best and success. Yeah, I'm not happy about that, but it's not like I wanted to get gout. And Tate actually pays, so that stuff comes for. Oh, okay. The purple box is Myron. The black box is Ryan. Okay, all right, I got it now. All right, so now that I know what I'm reading, I'm going to read Myron. Seems you might still be holding a grudge. If that's the case, please let me know because it makes us both look bad when we didn't do the RFK episode as promised to the people again. I never had a personal problem with you and wish you the best and success. Yeah, I'm not happy about that, but it's not like I wanted to get gout and Tate actually pays, so their stuff comes first. Yeah, but constantly complaining about it in your community is a bad look though. I have my issues as well with how you handled the debate, but I never made it public or bashed you in my community like you did too. Oh, come on. These are not even in the. Oh, he took them out. Oh, he just. Oh, come on. Hey, wait. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. We gotta go to Crayon's account. Cause I know he put them out. I know he put them all out. Wait. Hold on. I wanna read me. Hold on. Oh wow. He really tweets a lot. Okay, hold on. Is this it? All right, hold on. He put these all out. in a video format, right? I'm not making this up, right? I thought I seen him put in a video format. Hold on. I don't see it. Darn. I swear, guys. Myron leaked all of these. Okay, listen, let me see. I'll contact Ryan. You saw it too, TJ. He did, TJ. I just don't know where the video is. Cause I commented on it. I said, ooh. And he's like, let me go ahead and record all of these. Well, hold on. Let's just go to Myron. Let's just go to his Twitter and see if it's in here. Ah, there we go. We got it. We got it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. All right, here we go. All right, we got it. All right, guys. Here we go. TJ, we found it. See? All right, now we got everything. This is Myron. And this is, can you guys see it? Let me see. Hold on, guys. Let's, hold on. Let's do it like this. Because I want you guys to see what I'm reading, okay? All right, you guys can see it now, right? Yeah, you should be able to see it right now. Here we go. Should I sound like a woman? Should I sound like what Myron wants to be, a woman? You know what I'm saying? Or how should I sound? How should I sound like Myron? Drizzle? Okay, I'm gonna sound like what Myron would sound like if he came out the closet. Okay, here we go. All right. No problem. I want to make the last situation right. We will cover your flight and hotel to Miami for 2 days, and we can cover RFK and JFK on separate days. Me, you, Sneako, and Fresh. I'll have all of the documents, vids you want ready to play. Down? Sounds good. I just finished flight to London, Ireland, Romania, Hong Kong, Macau, and Japan. Like I got back to Korea today. So I'm sitting stationary a while. When can you do it? June the 6th is the anniversary of killing RFK Sr. I'll have to see what obligations I have over here first. Okay. Suleiman has asked me the same thing, and now Michael Franzisi, or whatever the name is. He'd be good because he had a grasp about organized crime of the time period. I don't get the advantage of going to Florida. Like y'all ignored me last time after the show. Anyway, so what's the point of being there? Oh, he's so petty. He's like y'all ignored me the last time after the show. Anyway, so what's the point of being there in person? Oh, Myron didn't give you a pat on your butt. Oh, Myron did. Look, Fresh didn't take you to McDonald's for some McGriddles and orange juice. You guys didn't give me any attention after the show. So why should I come down there even though you're going to pay for everything? Don't you know I want to be loved too? I want to be hugged and held. Why? What's going on? Why won't you love me, Myron? Why? Why won't you love me? All right, let's see what the rest of this going on. Okay. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to come then. If you don't see the value, that's cool. I wish you the best in future endeavors. No, you misunderstood. I see the value. I don't see the added value of flying to Florida over just talking from my house. It's very far away. I live in Korea, remember? I don't enjoy leaving my wife or my kids, and I don't perform well on opposite time zones. Okay, we can do it via stream. Let's do that instead. I'm cool with that. I only offered the trip as an olive branch for last time. Yeah, even free, it's a tough flight. Rather be here. No problem. Let's do a special episode on June 6th. We will do RFK first and then JFK after. Perfect. I'll announce it on my YouTube. Did he announce it? You guys, I'm going to deliver. On June 6th, the anniversary of FK death, Ryan Dawson and I will be discussing the mysterious assassination of RFK and JFK. Remember, it's the Jews' fault. Both these assassinations are some of the biggest cover-ups in American history because it's always about the Jews. It's the Jews, it's the Jews, it's the Jews, it's the Jews. Tune in. My twin brother would be good to have on the talk about the Lost Colony. He's been on the History Channel and Discovery. Lost Colony? The first colony to the United States. It disappeared. He found it. Sam Parker. What? Sam Parker is scooping whole decks from Michael Collins Piper, who's now dead, and not giving attribution. And not giving attribution. Piper was a friend of mine. Look, like I am going to Florida in June. Doesn't change our stuff, but man, wish I had known sooner. I'll be here 17th through the 20th. I got intel on something that will help a mutual friend of ours. That's okay. We can do it JFK in person while you're here. It's Orlando. I'm meaning a former CIA guy and also an ex-boyfriend or one of Tate's accusers. You mean of one of Tate's accusers. Then dealing with some IRS bull crap. 7th might still be better. I have stuff 16th, 17th, and 18th, the 19th. I'm free, but got home early, the 20th. Uh-oh, shoot. Okay, cool. Let's do this, boy. You still good for the 7th? That's this Friday. Yeah, what time is that? 7 p.m. my time. How much time do you need, boyfriend, to do this? 2 hours? 2 hours is long enough for me. Don't know. I'm going to do a practice run later today. If you ever want to cover Sudan Civil War, I'm down. About 2 hours for RFK, dealing with kidney stones. Ooh, dealing with kidney stones. Didn't get much done today. Okay, time out. I don't like to discuss health stuff that much because y'all know how I feel about that, right? So when you have problems with your stomach, that's anxiety, you're afraid, there's some fear, you see what I'm saying? And then when you're dealing with liver issues, that's internal anger. But when you deal with your kidneys, that's money problems. Also, there's some fear in there as well. A lot of fear. So you know how you say, I was so scared I peed on myself? So anytime you have anything going on with your lower back problems, that's money issues. When you're dealing with your middle back, That's betrayal of friendships or people, families, and stuff like that. When you have upper back problems, you have too much on your plate, like you're carrying the weight of your family or your spouse or your children or a company or things that don't like you're putting other people above yourself. Okay, so Myron is kidney stones. If he has kidney stones, he's not as healthy as he proclaims to be. Okay, you got kidney stones. You're not drinking enough water, and also you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. Some like kidney stones is not a common thing. All right. Gallstones, yeah, from your diet. Kidney stones, though. Oh, that tells a lot. That tells a lot. All right. Oh, that's Ryan saying that. Thank you. Okay. Morgan. Okay. Well, all right. Damn. So everything I said still stands, but it looks like it's for Ryan. Oh, man. I thought that was for Myron. Oh, shoot. Damn. Kidney stones. Well, looks like I was right, too. Because Ryan does have money problems. Like Ryan, and I think that was one of the things that Myron put him on blast for. Myron was talking about he broke. He always like begging for money. So, okay, it looked like I was right. Damn, I wanted to be Myron so bad. Okay, all right. Let's get back into the scene. All right, here we go. Dealing with kidney stones. Didn't get much done today. Okay, want to do 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. my time tomorrow or Friday? Question mark? Is there any way to just postpone this until after my trip? I'd been hit with gout and kidney stones. I'm not prepared and have been waiting to do kidney for years. I don't want to come in all effed up. It's Korean holiday, so I have to suffer until Tuesday. Lack of sleep. It's putting my body on shutdown. I can't keep doing 20 hours days. Ooh, I would have been mad. Okay, I understand. I actually don't. Crap just happens. If I can even still go, I'll try to get Ritter to return to fresh and fit. We didn't do any calls or anything either, and I do have a clip I want you to play because it has acoustics evidence on the shots fired. They have two issues. One, there are too many shots. Secondly, imagine being consumed about the assassination of a president. How does that make you money? How does that make you progressive? How does that progress in life? How does that make you a better person? How does that put food on your family's table? How does being fixated on the assassination of a president back then, before most of us were born, okay? How does that help with your life? I'm just asking questions. Like, this is so crazy to be fixated on something that means nothing really. One, there are too many shots. Secondly, there is an instance of there being two shots too close together, like BAP, like bap, 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 bap. I gotta get healthy. Okay, we can do it when you're in Florida. Can you give me a date? I'm in Orlando, Florida, 17th through the 20th, but I'm meeting Larry Johnson and Scott Ritter and dealing with IRS and following up an ex-boyfriend of Tate's accuser, Emma Gabby. Okay, so you can't do it? Sorry. I don't think there will be any time to go to Miami from Orlando. Guys. All right, here we go.
Yep.
Sundorman. All right, Sundorman. What is this? You got your cotton candy, Sundorman. Yeah, you got your cotton candy back. All right. Welcome back over here to tier 1. Okay. All right, guys. Here we go. Hold on. I want to really see all of this. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. Okay. All right, here we go. Look, man, if you don't want to do it, it's totally cool. Just let me know. I heard from several people that you're still unhappy about the last time you were on and talked about it in your community. I have no issues with you, but it seems you might still be holding a grudge. If that's the case, please let me know because it makes us both look bad when we didn't do the RFK episode as promised to the people. I never had a personal problem with you, okay? And wish you all the best and success. Yeah, I'm not happy about that, but it's not like I wanted to get gout and Tate actually pays, so their stuff comes first. Yeah, but constantly complaining about it in your community is a bad look, though. I have my issues as well with how you handle the debate, but I never made it public or bashed you in my community like you did to me. Why? Why would you do this? I don't understand. I always speak highly of you, publicly of you, regardless of my issues with you. Things like this need to be resolved between us before you go to the internet and complain publicly. It's very unprofessional. All of this is stemming from money, and it's not my responsibility to pay you when I'm giving you a huge platform to promote yourself. Uh-oh, cancel call, y'all. Cancel call. Uh-oh, canceled call. All right. Look like he called and it got canceled. Wait a minute. Am I reading this correct? Hold on. Please help me. Hold on. I don't know what this, am I reading this right? He called and Ryan canceled it or what? Tree, you should be a voice actress. Oh, thank you, David. For real? Christine said, absolutely love the voice changes. Okay, Morgan said yes. Let me see. All right, okay. Yeah, Spirit, huge flat. Spirit said, quote unquote, huge platform. Josie, why'd you hey, Josie, hey, y'all. Josie changed her avatar because she don't want us to know she part of team whatever podcast. Would you change? I didn't even recognize you. Won't you change your avatar back so we know you part of the enemy's platform? You can't complain about a debate that I didn't agree to. I'm not going to let people just use me. Cancel called again. So Myra's trying to call to talk, but Ryan doesn't want to talk. He keep calling him. We will just end this business relationship. I wish you the best. Is that it? Oh, that's it. Okay. Hold on. That's it. Oh, that's it. Oh, this is it. Oh my God. Okay. June the 17th. This is it. This is where Myron was talking about Ryan Dawson, right? And and you want to know why he had to go to, where did he have to go to get a wife? What white woman gonna want something like this? You gotta understand, like, What white woman gonna want something like this? All right. I mean, like, yeah, you couldn't. That's why you a passport, bro. You went and had kids. You with the, oh Lord, I can't stand Ryan Dawson, dude. I can't stand it. He's an idiot. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay. I'm not gonna sit up here and stay on my Twitter. I can literally do a show on my Twitter alone. But I wanted to read those. I wanted to read all of this, and I didn't know he was going to show just these two. But I knew I saw a video of Myron leaking all of their texts, right? Like a woman. So, oh, here it go, right here in my face. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, so he fully downloaded it. All right. It was right here. Oh, is this it?
As if it was a reaction.
Hold on, I think this is it. I think this is where Myron lashing out on the ex about Ryan. Yeah, so this was last month. This is what I'm saying. These men are effeminate. Also, hey TJ, have you noticed that Gary hasn't been around? I meant to tell this to Lily too. Y'all notice Gary hasn't been around lately? Was Tree of Logic right as always? What? Hey Myron, are you listening to my podcast? Hey Myron, who's a homosexual, are you listening to my podcast? Are you listening to my streams? Because it was me who said that Gary was going to sink you guys lower and he wasn't going to last long. I was the one that said that. Go look on that stream. Go when y'all announced him as your manager, I said Gary got bad juju. You remember that, TJ? I said Gary got bad juju. Gary sit up here and talk about all these powers, but he ain't got no power. I said he don't understand. He will always be the son and never rise above the mother. And I talked about our fight and how he blocked me when he realized I know my stuff. I know he's a fraudulent poser. And I said everything that Gary touched turns to crap. But it amazes me that these people want to talk about the Jews so bad, but you can't help but hire them as your lawyers, as your managers, as your PR representatives. And you hired a snake, and he was giving you all these crazy financial advice. He was giving you all this business advice that made you now and you end up getting rid of your show. You're now really, really, really low in viewers. That now the whatever podcast, as much as I hate them, okay, and as much as Josie loves them, they have double in numbers. Because the audience that was watching Fresh and Fit moved to the whatever podcast. Because those clowns said, I'm not going to pay no $33 a month to see something that I normally would see for free when I can go watch an upgraded version on the whatever podcast. Boom, what the hell are you talking about? Brian is making money hand over fist with his old beta ass. Okay? And so y'all messed up your platform because of you, Myron Gaines, who's a homosexual. You messed it up. And I told you, I said, y'all not going to keep Gary long? Because guess what? Pearl didn't keep Gary long. Pearl was managed by Gary first. And then the house that they was going to have in Miami, that was going to be a content house, end up being raided, and then his lease was the lease was suspended or revoked. Okay, so, and I noticed this was back in June. You go to any of the X spaces, Gary ain't there no more. Myron don't talk about him no more. He's no longer coming on the show anymore. You never hear them say, well, we talked to our manager, we talked to our manager, we talked to our manager. You never see Gary in here representing them anymore because he realized, one, Gary is bad juju, and two, Gary don't know nothing about managing. Everything he touched turns to shit. That's just the facts. But anyway, let's listen to Myron and his effeminate state complain about Ryan. This is the video. This is the clip I think I heard already.
Yeah, it's just snake behavior. It's very unappreciative. You know, it's not as if it was a reaction to, let's say, your public disrespect.
Like,
He
me
could
and
have just
Sneako
talked to you.
literally brought him back from the dead, bro. Like, me and
Yeah.
Sneako literally, like, Sneako, he should thank Sneako that Sneako even put him on to us.
Yes.
And then he should thank us for putting him on again to give him a lot of the opportunities that he has. He has the fucking nerve to say, I'm doing this thing for Tate, as if I didn't fucking vouch for him in front of Andrew. Like, say, yeah, no, this guy's a good dude. Like, he's trustworthy. Like, fuck this guy now, man. You fucking dickhead. He doesn't even know that because I didn't even brag to him and tell him, oh, by the way, you have that opportunity because of Tate. Like, nah, man. And I sent us the messages. He didn't respond to it. I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm not going to fucking reason with this guy no more. This guy's not reasonable. Because he clearly saw my messages. I tried to do this shit behind the scenes. He didn't want to do it, so fuck it. Now everyone knows how much of a fucking piece of shit you are. Good job, dumbass. Good fucking job, you ungrateful fuck. Now everyone knows how much of a dumbass you really are. And why you're poor and why you have the financial...
Ah, I knew he said he was poor.
And why you're poor and why you have the financial issues you've had for the longest time because you
don't get along with others.
Don't get along with others. You don't understand when people put you on, and now you're in the position that you're in.
Yeah, so that's why he has kidney stones, because okay. I don't know why I wanted that to be Myron so bad. But yeah, that's Ryan. That's Ryan Dawson. Ryan Dawson, Mr. I need some money. So that's why he got
it's just snake behavior.
That's why he got kidney stones, stuff like that. So all these guys do is get together and gossip like girls. All right, guys, we get to finally go over the Sneako and Charlie debate. Oh my Becky. Now listen, we're not going to be able to finish. We're not going to be able to finish the MrBeast one, so expect us to continue that on Friday. But at least we have it here now, okay? So, all right, here we go. Let's look. Let's look.
My definition is anything under 18. That's exactly what a child is.
Oh, let me just say this. Charlie is a little stupid. I like Charlie still. Charlie's stupid because listen to me. Everybody listen to me. I want you to listen to me. If you make somebody with an ego look stupid, they are secretly plotting revenge after you. And you should avoid it. When Tariq Nasheed went into Myron's Twitter space with all those spurgs, okay, Tariq made Myron look like an idiot to the point where we were all pointing and laughing at him. It hurt Myron's soul to his core, baby, to the point where he needed to get revenge. And so he got Andrew Wilson to partner up to get back at Tariq. But although Tariq and I are not on the same team, Tariq was smart. Tariq said, no, you're going to have to pay me for it to happen again, knowing damn well that Myron is, one, not going to pay him, and two, ain't got the money to pay him what he wants in order to agree to that. Why people like me are terrible gamblers? Because when I'm losing, I go ahead and I just quit. I don't try my luck. Okay. If I lose 3 times in a row, I'm done. But I'm not a gambler anyway. I'm just telling you how I would gamble. But also, if I win big, I'm done. I walk away while I'm on top. A lot of people don't do that. I like to walk away on top. I don't like pressing my luck. So when Charlie made Sneako look like an idiot with the whole, it's not clips, you idiot. It's a mag. People just dragged Sneako. People just dragged him, made him look like an idiot. You didn't think Sneako wanted revenge? Sneako, although still looked like an idiot, he got his revenge because what did he do? He brought Charlie down with him. Charlie should have never agreed to have this debate. But Charlie thinks that because they had a cordial conversation when Sneako was in Japan, that he was going to have a cordial debate and he was going to be able to get Sneako. But see, what Charlie doesn't know is Sneako was preparing for this for months. For months. Sneako has been planning this, has been practicing his gotchas, has been verbally expressing his thought process. He really has his arguments down packed. He knew what he was doing. Now, Sneako could never pull this between those of us who debate. He could never do that with those of us who know our talking points as well as his. But Charlie doesn't know his talking points. And the fact that Charlie said so much so stupid, the most dumbest thing ever, he should have never agreed to it. And by the way, Charlie deserves this ass whooping because he needs to learn how to stop while you're ahead. You were so far ahead, and look at you now. You down there with Sneako, and he's very unhappy with it, and he needs to go through this so he can learn not to do this again. So here we go.
I think that is a great line in the sand. If you're under 18, you are a child. Your scenario earlier was if a 16 and a 21-year-old, both parties were if the father was okay with it, the mother was okay with it, why not? Tell me a reason why that's wrong. Because you're getting a child, one is not a child. That's the point. Do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child? I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting.
And right there, Sneako said, I got him. Sneako said, I got him. He's so happy right now. Okay? Because had Charlie said, no, just like they can't consent to getting married, why would I say they can consent to getting hormone therapy? This whole T movement is a cancer. Because I believe Charlie wanted to say that to not make that community angry. But you got to not care about that community and be okay with making them angry. All right? And so he didn't want to get canceled, so he basically thought he said something that was a popular belief, but it's not. And Charlie catching hell about it to this day.
Okay, so as long as everyone parents are okay with it and you're okay with it, I think that's totally a family decision to make. Yeah.
Now, Sneako's been going viral for the past couple of weeks because of a viral clip that he posted saying the age of consent for marriage, where he said that physical maturity doesn't matter how old you are, you can get married and you can do shakalaka boom boom.
Age of consent should be maturity. It's not even 18 in most states. Why do you even believe that? It's because in Hollywood it's 18, so that gets pushed everywhere. Most places 16. And if you question that,
First of all, and Sneako, guys, be prepared for Sneako to be exposed as a PDF file. Kevin, Ankling so good. $5. Hey tree, flowers. Happy face, laughing, loving face, kissing face, and high heart face. Thank you so much, dear Kevin. Yeah, children should not be allowed to transition, and children should not be forced into marriage. So there's that. I'm just not going to sit here and be that way. Stardust put me in timeout for dating not using proper pronouns on a man. I hate Mug. You cannot disrespect people's streams that are left leaning. Just like I'm not going to have nobody come in and disrespect my views because I'm right leaning. I don't go into anyone's chat, and you should stop doing this. I don't go into anyone's chat that wants me to be politically correct. I stay out of them because I don't want to disrespect them, and I'm not going to disrespect myself by altering my language. I can say what I want on my platform. You can say what you want on your platform. You can also say what you want in the Discord. But you cannot go to people who are hard left-leaning or leftist mentality and be surprised when they put you in timeout because you didn't use the pronouns. Y'all should know better than this. I consider myself progressive, but I believe anything that permanently changes their body shouldn't be done. True. Right. True. Yeah. Yes, I learned the hard way. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I'm cool with people on the left, but I censor myself heavily when I'm around them, unless I'm in a position where I get to say what I want and whether they like it or not, which is on my platform. Okay.
They call you a pedo. I believe the age of consent is the age of maturity. It should be called the age of marriage. Age of consent implies you're going to have out of wedlock. I think it's better that people get married at 16, 17 than to have a bunch of premarital until they're 30 and they're washed up and then they get jaded and they're on birth control and they have dried up eggs. I think that's better for society.
Basically, what
even though statistics shows that women who marry under 21 are twice as more likely to get divorced than any other age range. The younger you are at getting married, the more likely you are to get a divorce. But it goes both ways. Don't sit up here and think it's like, oh, the woman's going to initiate divorce. Also, let's keep in mind that the man is going to initiate divorce because he only got you because you were young. When you got of age, or shall I say, as soon as you hit your 30s, you're too old for him now. So he's going to divorce you and get another 17-year-old or 18-year-old. Okay. Super chat. So that's another thing. Women, you guys should avoid getting married that early as much as possible. Also, I find it strange that the men who are advocating for the abolishment of age of consent want to have access to a ton of child brides, just like their prophet. Kevin with another $5. The left-wingers love him so right-wingers. The left-winger loves him some right-wing. The left-wingers love him some right-wing tree. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not reading. I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm not reading your tweet. This left-winger loves him some right-wing tree. Kevin, you're a left-winger? No way. No, how come y'all let me read that daggone chat 3 times wrong? Y'all are... you people are enablers. I know I'm in pain, so I'm reading stuff wrong. Kevin, you ain't no left-winger. I thought you was a nothing-winger. I know you wasn't no right-winger either. I mean, yes, they don't even know who they are when they marry too young. Yeah, exactly. So I want you guys to understand, like, stay away. Just, you don't have to get married to anybody you don't want to, ladies. And that's the thing. And I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm a believer in waiting, Yeah, use up your 20s, baby. Do your thing. Have your fun. And then settle down in your early 30s, get your babies out of the way, and then go back and and live your life. Moist just made a new video explaining the Sneako video. Okay, we may check it out, Mike.
Sneako is saying doesn't matter how old you are, 15, 14, 13. The second you get physically mature, meaning your pee turns sticky, that is it. You are allowed to get married to whoever you want. That should be the age. The age of consent, 18, is filled. The government is pushing this into our brains, where in the first place there was no age of consent. It is just a made-up thing by the government, and you need to believe in your own beliefs, basically. Anyways, Charlie decided to get on a phone call with Sneako to see his point of view and have a debate about this whole situation. And Sneako came in to cook Charlie, even though they were both playing.
Exactly. He played Charlie. I don't understand how Charlie did not see this coming. You should have never agreed to this.
Very nice. Oh, I don't hate you. I actually like you as a person and your content. It was such a hard watch, them playing nice at each other at the beginning and the end of the video. It was like 2 women who absolutely hate each other. Oh my God, nice shoes. But inside they're like, bitch, fuck you, your ugly shoes and your big ass feet. Sneako came in to cook like Gordon Ramsay, but he only ended up with some beans and some toast bread. And Charlie, everyone thought he's going to pull out a hypothetical M16 and he's going to absolutely smoke Sneako. We thought he's going to have a great landing, but during the whole conversation and debate, he crashed hard. This whole thing was very hard to watch. Make sure there's so many debates. I wrote all of them down. Age of consent, Muslim, Western, sex, siblings, marriage, 16 or 18, age of consent, drinking age, why cut take off at 16, and no sex. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on, so buckle in. This is going to be a very long video.
The definition of an adult is 18 years old.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fine establishment right there. Anything under 18 would classify as a kid. I think that's important.
Okay, but you're getting that from what? From personal experience, from the government, from the law? Because that's legally in America, that's when you become an adult, correct?
Yeah, legally.
So you're following the government's definition of an adult.
Yeah, I mean, not following the government definition of adult. All right. We have to have a starting place. All right. So therefore, the government stated like your brain is fully developed at the age of 25. Okay. You start puberty. That varies. Some women start puberty at 10. Some boys start puberty at 15. It just varies. So it seems like between the age of 18 and 21 is the middle ground, right? It's that middle ground.
I think there needs to be a definition, and that one's been around for a long time, and I think that's the one most people accept as the closest to, like, yeah, this is when you become an adult.
It actually hasn't, right? 200 years ago in the 1800s in America, the age of marriage.
We can't live like that. We're so much more advanced than that. Why would we play?
If you all get this argument, I don't understand how Charlie did not understand this, all right? So, Sneako, because I have debated Muslims about this lots of time. Listen to me. This is how you debunk this whole thing about, well, 200 years ago or 300 years ago or 500 years ago, it was a common thing for men to marry teenage girls or girls as young as 12. Well, here's what you say. The lifespan of humans were not that long. Okay. As a matter of fact, I think it's only recently the life expectancy of humans have reached for the most part in their 70s. However, this is not across the board. There are certain races in certain areas that live for a very, very long time. Okay. But we're talking about those areas that went for younger girls. And we're not talking about 9, 10, 11, all this other stuff. We're talking about like, around about 11, 12 or something like that. Right. They did not live that long. So you can't go back to those times if you want to use that example, because we have advanced in medicine, we have advanced in lifestyle, we have advanced in food, we have advanced in living conditions, we take care of our bodies now, and so the life expectancy of humans have greatly exceeded now in 2024 versus 2, 3, 4, versus 50, 60, and 70 years ago. So you can't use that analogy for today because times are different today. Exactly. 40 was considered old. Exactly. Yeah. Nobody wasn't making to no 60. Well, it's still everyone's thought and opinions about they see things. You can go somewhere's home and give them criticism, but didn't expect them to not wanting to kick. Okay, NPR, I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about the age of consent and how things have changed from 200 to 300 years to what's going on now. So I'm teaching you all how to debunk that. All right. You cannot, I know if I go back and forth with Lee, then okay. I want you all, if you encounter someone from Islam, you know what I'm saying, they're going to always use that excuse. Boom. We have a longer life expectancy today. And also, there was no need for your nasty prophet to marry a 6-year-old girl and R-word her at the age of 9. All right. There was no need for him to do that because there was no man doing that at that time. And if he says it was common for older men, remember, Muhammad was 50 years old. There is no evidence that was the norm. It was never the norm. And he has to prove that it was the norm for 50-year-old men to marry 6-year-old girls. You got the burden of proof is on him. I would have tore Sneako, and I have challenged Sneako to debate lots of times. It's bad optics for him to debate me because 1, I'm a right winger. 2, I'm a black woman. He would never live that down. That would be like the number 2 behind his cuck exposure. So there's that.
by those rules? Because at that point, are you going to start arguing that we should be able to start wedding 12-year-olds? Like, is 12 too young?
That's not the point. I'm saying you're saying that the U.S. defined adult as 18. Well, I'm saying 200 years ago, the age of marriage in America was 10, and the UK was 7. Right? So
That was what in America? Now he's making stuff up. I thought he was talking about in the Middle East. It was never 10. I didn't even know he said this. Hold on. I didn't even know he said this.
decides to change it. You're saying it's 18. If the government, maybe if Kamala Harris...
And Charlie just sitting there just like, oh, yeah, that's right. It was always 10. Oh, Sneako is a POS, dude.
Gets elected, then the new legal age of an adult is 25. And there could be reasons to say that. They graduated college, they don't leave the house until this age. Their brains don't develop until they're 25. Your frontal cortex is not fully developed until you're 25 years old. A lot of people aren't making serious money. They're not able to live independently. A lot of things that you could use to classify an adult don't happen for the new age American until 25 years old. So if Kamala Harris raised it to 25, would you then say that that's the new age? Would you agree with that?
I think
First of all, Kamala doesn't have the power to raise. Okay, we don't have kings or queens here, okay? So he or she does not have that power, all right? And I'm not going to even engage in a hypothetical because society as a whole would just rebuke that. They would no society as we are right now would never allow that to be the case. Okay, if it was against the law to not do anything until you're 25, everybody in jail. That law would be one of those laws that you just can't enforce. You're just not gonna. It's gonna be an unenforceable law.
be totally understandable. Like,
Right,
I think that's fine.
so then does that make...
If you,
so then does that make
Charlie, don't agree to that. No, what are you doing?
anybody who sleeps with an under 25-year-old, does that now make them a...
No, it doesn't.
think necessarily that makes them a retroactive.
So then what's
it's an accepted definition of 18 for a long time. Is
not for that
agreed
long.
upon.
Not for that long, and not through most states, and not through most countries across the world.
Do you see why this is like a weird take to have though? Like I don't think you're coming at this from a place of you wanting to 15-year-old, are you? Like to go back to that question, is 12 too young? Do you think 12 is too young?
I think 12 is too young for me. Yes.
Well, for you, do you think 12 is too young in general? I feel like that should be an easy answer.
12 is too young in general, correct?
Okay.
Because, yes.
And I don't think
I want to define. But what you're saying, your definition of adult is not even the actual definition. Do you know what the definition of child is? Like anybody watching this can Google it. You can Google it too. The definition of child is somebody who has not reached puberty yet. That's the definition.
Yeah, and then you get into like the abeebophile or whatever, as opposed to pedophile, and those are all.
I don't know. I have no idea what those terms are. I don't know what that is. But I'm saying that's the actual definition. When somebody reaches maturity, it's based off of biological and physical maturity.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it varies for everybody. Adulthood is not something that you can set in stone because it's different for the entire world. I moved out when I was 14. A lot of people don't move out until they're 25. I went through puberty when I was 17. A lot of people went through puberty when they were 13, 14, 15. It changes for everybody.
What does that have to do with age of consent?
To say that this is the set in stone age and say if it's under 18 and then if you're over 18, you're fine.
Okay. I understand that there are different levels to PDF files. I'm not even going to get into it. If you want to know if a 21-year-old gets with a 17-year-old, is he a PDF file? No, he's not. All right. The thing about it is that like if I would always say he's like I would say this. I really wouldn't know. I'd be like, why is somebody 21 going after somebody who's 17? But whatever. It doesn't make them a PDF file. So when you start getting these older men going after younger girls, saying that are above the age of 14, that makes them like when they're 15 and 16, that makes them predators. But I will call them a PDF file. Did that make sense, chat? I will still call them a PDF file because I want to. Because I'm not going to go through the definition. I'm like, you just so nasty. You can't even wait until the person is legal.
Well, then that's a weird line that doesn't make sense. So you're going to say this person is a terrible person if they're 17 years old, 364 days, and right after that, they're good to go. Well, it changes for everybody. So we have to have something, a definition. We have to be realistic with everybody. Well, we don't. But you're saying but that's not even the case in the country we live in.
So Sneako over here says the definition of a child is someone who hasn't hit puberty. Well, guess what, Sneako? Yes, your pee will turn sticky, but you're still a child. You get 18 years old.
What is he talking about, this sticky pee stuff? What is he talking about? Listen, just because you started puberty does not mean you are an adult. What Sneako is saying is because you started puberty, you're good to go. But you're supposed to finish puberty, finish going through puberty For the most part. For the most part. So these men are so nasty. They just want to like, oh, you just started puberty. And most of the time, you don't even have to just start puberty. You don't even have to just start it. It could just be like, oh, you're 6 years old? Oh, well, come with me, little girl. Let me tell your daddy to sell you to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the thing about Sneako is a PDF file because he's like, as a little girl starts puberty. No, dude.
Have access to a lot of things that you couldn't do when you were under 18. For example, like driving. Well, it doesn't matter if your pee turns sticky, you start shooting out correctors.
Why does he keep saying this? Oh, he's telling himself. Oh, he's telling, because hold on. When you as a man keep saying that, you got a golden shower fetish. There we go. I'm sitting here saying, why does he keep saying this? He said this 3 times already. He said this 3 times, all right? Okay. Oh, thank you for banning Darth Sundorman. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like, why do he keep saying that? Because, yeah, he likes it. There you go. He likes it. He's telling himself. There's no need for you to keep repeating that too many times, dude.
In your head, you are still a child. 18 years old, yes, I repeat. It is an adult to do certain things. You have permission. You are mature enough to do certain things. But that is the beginning of your life. That is, inside your head, you're still a child. Now, between the age of 17 and 18, there's going to be changes in your life legally. There needs to be a line. Sneako keeps saying about everyone, oh, what if she's 17 years old, 364 days and blah, blah, blah hours. Without a law, without a line on the age, we will be living like barbarians. We're not living fucking 1,000, it's not 1,000 years ago. There's a reason that there are laws. Now, that does not mean that a 16, 17-year-old isn't allowed to have intercourse. Have you seen kids nowadays? Everyone's horny as shit. When it comes to intercourse, yes, 16 and a 16-year-old, I don't encourage it, but it is going to happen. This whole debate is over 2 hours. I'm not going to go through every single point, but I'm just going to go through the most.
I like that. I like what he says, that there has to be a line. Okay, I like that framing. I like that, yeah. The law is the line. So there has to be a line drawn somewhere. Okay. Just stop talking about sticky pee-pee, dude.
It's important
parts.
Now, in this, there's a part in this whole conversation where it turned into, as they referred it as, the Romeo and Juliet age, where if you're, for example, 19, you can get with someone 17 and 16. It's fine. I agree with that. Why can't an adult 18, 19-year-old be with a 16, 17-year-old? Because you're still in that high school bubble. It is fine, because at the same time, you won't have anyone, for example, a 25-year-old woman.
I agree with that. So it's like if you have a senior who stayed back and who was kept back in the class, and he's like 19 as a senior, and then you have a sophomore, I don't see nothing wrong with that either.
Would barely look at you. So you don't have much choice. You're still in that high school phase. But if the second you go 2021, it is unacceptable. Anyone under 18. I've said this and I'm always going to say this. An 18-year-old, for example, goes with a 17-year-old. It's not that big of a deal. Yes, the law is broken. But if, for example, a 25-year-old or a 30-year-old goes with a 16, 17-year-old, that is when shit turns disgusting and illegal. And it is not because, the government made us believe in this. And the guy going with a girl who's almost 18, why not go while, she's still 17?
Hold on a second. I'm Cab Dog, I don't believe that. Hold on a second. Let's see. The average age is not 16 for consent. I know you lying. Oh, my bad. You're not lying. I apologize. You told the truth. I'm sorry. I thought it was 17. I was wrong. So if an adult engages in any type of sexual activity with someone below the age of consent in the state, they are committing a crime even. Wait a minute, what? If an adult engages in any type of sexual activity with someone below the age of consent in the state, they are committing a crime. If it's a minor, they agree to have sex. In the United States, law defines consent and the age of consent are different in every state. The national average age is 16. Okay. All right. I stand corrected.
Why wait for a few months? Because that is the law. That is the line that we need to draw. And even if a 30-year-old goes with an 18-year-old, it's still disgusting, my friend, but it is legal.
You keep thinking that I'm saying this because I want the age to be lower. That's not what I'm talking about at all.
That's what it comes across as, though. When you
maybe with the internet brain, because people in the West, they want to have sex all the time and they have a different sort of mindset. Right here in the Middle East, I'm in the Middle East right now. They want to get married and then have sex.
Now I like to debunk whatever Sneako said. I am a Muslim.
Oh, he's. Why am I watching your video? You're biased. I swear to God, I did not know he was Muslim, guys. I swear to God. I did not know. I did not know. Okay. Hold on. I got to think about this. Hold on. Hold on. It's all making sense now. Okay, we'll listen to a little bit of this. Cause I got other videos we can react to, but okay, hold on a second. Let's look.
Mindset. Right here in the Middle East, I'm in the Middle East right now. They want to get married and then have sex.
Now I like to debunk whatever Sneako said. I am a Muslim. I've been born a Muslim, and speaking on behalf of all my brothers, we are just as horny.
What's the definition of?
Oh, okay, he told the truth. Oh, okay, what? Okay, maybe he's an honest one. Maybe he's an honest one, chat.
It is an adult who is attracted to children.
Yeah, it comes from the Greek word pedo means child and phile means love. So somebody who loves a child.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
An adult who is attracted to a child.
To a child, somebody who has not reached physical maturity.
Yes.
That's the definition of child. Somebody who hasn't reached physical maturity.
Okay,
it has nothing to do with
now
18.
what?
The definition of the word talks about physical maturity, not the U.S. government definition that you're basing it off of.
But there needs to be an agreed upon place. Otherwise, you get into this area. Again, you said when you can legally drive, you should be able to legally marry.
Right.
We don't have to talk about sex. Do you think it's okay to be marrying a 15 or 16-year-old? Probably not, right? Like I would imagine, probably not.
It depends. So this is where the age of consent becomes arbitrary. I don't even believe like that. Consent is a weird thing to even speak about, but it should be the father, right? If I want to marry a girl, I shouldn't even just get consent from her. I should get consent from her parents. She should want to say yes. Her parents should want to say yes. That's consent from the family, and then you get married. That's the Islamic way. That's the only way that makes sense. This American way of this girl wants to have sex now, she gave consent, and then you get all these false allegations like, oh, she was drunk, oh, she took it back, oh, she retracted consent. All this stuff, like there's not even a specific way that we can define consent. What is consent? Some people say it's yes. Some people say it's like nonverbal communication. Some people say that it doesn't count because she was under the influence or she was.
It just depends, okay? So when somebody is passed out, obviously they can't give consent. Also, children they're impressionable, they're naive, and they're very, very gullible. So they can't give consent. Also, depending upon how mature the child is, it's on a case-by-case basis. But I still believe that you must follow the rule of law. And if you're just that desperate, then something's going on with you. This shouldn't be like no need to rush a teenage girl into marriage. That's based upon statistics going to end up in divorce anyway. So what's the point? Like you just want a girl because a normal woman is out of your league. So you rather get somebody that's not, that does not have life experience. A girl who's can believe your lies and she doesn't understand the game that men like you play.
Even this is an arbitrary. Is a weird way to define when you're allowed to be in a relationship with somebody.
You're kind of talking around it, though. Those are all very different things. Like I said, we don't have to be talking about sex. I was talking about marriage. The question was, do you think, and you said, when you are legally able to drive, you should be able to legally marry. Do you think it is okay for an adult to legally marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
Okay, well, by my logic, if the man is physically mature, if he's went through puberty and he's mentally ready, at the age of 16, he's an adult. If he wants to get married to another girl who becomes a woman...
I just said an adult. Is it okay for an adult?
Right, and we haven't even established exactly what an adult. So if somebody goes through puberty,
I'd rather say let's go by the law. And if you want to play this, oh well, if the law says 25, we can have. I'll play that game with you, but I'm going to go by what is American law. You're in Islamic country, so the laws are there different. So I don't care about those laws. I'm living in America where I'm more free. I'm not free in those Islamic countries. So I'm free here in America.
And they're physically ready, they're biologically ready, they're an adult. So the 2 16-year-olds can be considered adults by my logic.
We're not talking about.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about an adult.
What I'm saying is
that.
so then what is an adult now?
Okay. we'll use your age. Someone who is 25. Is it okay for someone who is in their 20s to marry a 15 or 16-year-old? And let me explain, when you're doing your arguments, it's coming from an adult. I've never heard you say, like, 2 teenagers should be able to marry. Like, I haven't heard that with these takes. I'm talking about someone in your position in the 20s. Is it okay for you to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
But teenager, even bringing up this term that has nothing to do with child and adult. So there's 2 phases. You're a child, and then you're...
And did you see how he keeps deflecting? So it went from the age of consent to two teenagers to what is a child? Okay, what about the laws of marrying a child? Juliet, so it's like they keep deflecting, and Charlie does not call him out for deflecting, and does not make him responsible for not answering his questions directly. And Charlie's just should never debate anymore, because you let Sneako. I want you something that Charlie allows Sneako to do. Charlie allows Sneako to drive every point. He let him take him Charlie allows Sneako to put a collar around his neck with a leash and pull him every direction that Sneako wanted to go into. You never allow someone to do that. You never do that. Sneako, although he is mask off about being a PDF file, he was the one who led this entire debate, and Charlie let him.
Physically mature.
I don't know why you can't just
your body
answer that
become.
directly.
I'm saying the difference between a child and adult is when you're physically and when you're biologically, when you're mentally ready to have kids. That's the teenager is not even. So you added another term in this. It goes child and adult. You mature and then you're physically ready.
You did it.
Well, I didn't add it. You brought in 2 16-year-olds. We were talking about
you
adults
did
and
that.
a 15 or 16-year-old. I was not the one that brought this into the equation.
Right. If it's illegal, if it's illegal, because we believe in Islam, we believe that we should obey the law of the land. If that's illegal, if that's not permissible, then we don't do it. We don't break the law.
You a liar. You a liar. Guys, there have been, and I'm sure many of you have seen this, there have been prestigious prince or powerful Arabic men who have come in this country and R-worded women. And because they're part of, because what do you call that when you're politically correct, when you're politically protected? Does anybody know what that term is called? When you are a part of a political power that the police can't arrest you. Thank you, Joe. Because they're under diplomatic immunity, they can't get arrested. So that right there is just a bunch of BS. That has happened so many times where these men come into America, they come over to our mansion, this and the other, and the women come over there, and these guys R-word these women. The women complain, they go and get a kit, and then they go to the police, and by the time they get there, then they get told that they can't do anything because these individual men are under diplomatic immunity, and so therefore they end up leaving the country before it gets into the federal government, stuff like that. So that's not true. That's not true. And I do believe a case like this happened 2 years ago from somebody from Saudi Arabia. So, nah. This is just a lie. They don't obey the law of the land. Look at London right now. Does it look like they are obeying the law of the land over there? Let's not forget you got the grooming gangs over there because of the fact that the police didn't do anything. This has been going on for 16, 17 years over there in England. And that's not grooming and doing those things to those young girls over there in London is not part law of the land. Charlie and anybody who's just this oblivious to the debate world and political world should not debate Sneako about this. You are too scared to talk about Islam. You're too scared to talk against the T community. You're too scared for this should never happen, Charlie. And he deserved it. I like Charlie, but he deserved this.
But I'm talking about your personal beliefs. Do you think someone in their 20s should be able to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
To someone in their 20s should
Yes,
I personally
Laura.
wouldn't do it. I don't know many people who would do it. The maturity for people in the teenagers in the West is getting much worse, but there are...
We're talking globally. Let's just talk globally. Like, do you think it is okay for... I'm not talking about just you specifically anymore. Anyone. Do you think it's okay for anyone in their 20s, an adult, to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
A 21-year-old, if there was a marriage where the father consented and the daughter consented, and it was both good on both families and they wanted to do it, why am I going to get involved? Why should we get the government involved?
Well,
By the way, how many times have we seen videos of the little girl crying as she's being signed away by her father and being dragged, screaming and kicking by her new owner / husband? Those videos are heartbreaking too. There's no agreeing. The little girl never agrees. Those little girls never agree. It's not up to the mother. It's always up to the father in those countries. He's just making it seem like it's so wonderful. Oh, the little girl is agreeing. The father and the mother agree. No. It's just the father. So he's trying to pander to both Muslims and libertarians. It's so it's amazing.
Why would I tell them if everybody's consenting, if everybody's okay with it, if the parents are okay with it, if nobody's being harmed, if it's going to be okay, if they're both abiding by the rules and they're not hurting each other, why not?
Mr. Sneako, it is a problem if someone in their 20s marries a 15, 16-year-old. Why? Maybe that 20-something-year-old is mature enough to a level. They're still a child. I believe even men until their mid-30s, they're still a child, and then you will start getting some wisdom. And women, it starts in their late 20s. But that man is mature enough. That man is not 15 years old anymore. He's in his 20s. He had a little bit enough life experiences to know how to make the right decision, knows the difference between right and wrong, has had enough life experiences to tell these things. That 15, 16-year-old is still doesn't have enough life experience. That person doesn't know what they want. When I was 15, 16 years old, every 3 days, I was a whole different person. My personality, my hobbies, my interests were changing day by day, every 24 hours. I'll give you in simple terms. Let's say a tattoo. If you're 15, 16 years old, you're going to put some dumb tattoo of some skeleton of some badass. If you're a boy or if you're a girl, you're going to put some cringy unicorn and shit. And guess what? By the age of 18, 19, 20, or you get in your mid-20s, you're going to regret that shit so hard because you were still a child and you didn't know what you were doing.
That's true.
Same thing that goes with a marriage. You get with someone who's in their 20s. Why is it wrong? Because that 15-year-old doesn't know what she wants. Simple as that.
Tomorrow,
I am so shocked that he said that. You sure you're a Muslim? Ladies and gentlemen, did we find a based Muslim?
U.S. government legalized bestiality, if the government legalized incest, based off your logic, there'd be no reason why that's wrong. Can I ask you, Moise?
First of all, that would not happen. I'm not going and ladies and gentlemen, stop engaging with hypotheticals. Okay? That's just unrealistic. I'm not playing that game. All right? Tree, what if you woke up as a Chinese man with blue eyes and blonde hair and a 20-inch ding-dong? I'm not going to engage in that. Because I'm never, ever, 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 under any circumstances, going to wake up like that. Okay? And there's never, ever, ever going to be a situation where incest is legal. That's just not going to happen. Idiot.
That incest is wrong.
Yes.
Why is incest wrong?
There is under no circumstances any excuse for anyone of the same bloodline to be romantic like that. By no means at all.
Why?
Okay, so here's how you get this argument, right? And I do believe Destiny told me this argument because I always like, how do you win that argument? Well, here it is. Authority, okay? Every family dynamic has an authority, okay? So let me explain. It is wrong for the father and daughter because the father is the authority. Just like it's wrong for the boss and the secretary, all right? The secretary is in the subjugated or subservient role because they're in the passive mode where the person above them is in the leadership role. So the oldest is in the authority leadership position and therefore abusing their powers over the younger one. So this is why fathers and mothers should not deal with their children because of the authority, power position play. If you say they both were born at the same time, well, that doesn't happen. There's even twins. There's always one twin that's older than the other twin, even if it's by a couple of minutes. I'm always going to say that, if there isn't a position, if it isn't where a person is in a it's in a position where they're not influenced by power and family dynamics and work dynamics, then it's fine. So if the woman is the same age as your mother, so you have a mother who's like 43 years old, right? And then she has a son, who's like 16. All right. Yeah, it's wrong because mom is the authority. Mom has a power position over the son, right? So it could be used as coercing. It could be used as grooming. Okay. It could be used as unnecessary influencing. But if the mother was not a mother and it was a neighbor, there is no power dynamics. Sneako is Muslim. You see what I'm saying? There is no, so if they try to say, well, what if it's just a random woman that's 43 years old? Well, yeah, she's older, but she's not related to him. She's not the boss. She doesn't have any authority over him. So it's although he's like 16, 17, or we'll make it right. We'll say legal age of 17 or 18. Then it's all fair play. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you win that argument.
I think it should be pretty obvious why.
I don't know why. I'm asking.
Even, I know where you're going with this because I've heard this argument from another streamer before about like the ethics of incest. If they
Well,
don't have
yeah, I mean, because Sneako is a grifter. Sneako isn't a Muslim. He's not a real Muslim.
Kid and thus don't pass down like bad genes that lead to a bad child. I've heard this before.
But so I want to hear your answer, because are we going with legal or are we going to follow some sort of morality, some sort of consistent morality? Why is incest wrong?
Incest is wrong because I believe that no family dynamic should ever include a sexual relation.
Why?
I don't think that, because it is not healthy. It is a bad thing to do. It is a horrible thing to subject someone to.
But why is it horrible? Because who told you that?
It's what I believe. And also, if you do have a child with your own kin, the child suffers.
Okay, but say it's two gay brothers, Chris Tyson and other Chris Tyson and Chris. If they're two brothers and they decide to be in, no, genuine question. It's what you believe in. I want to figure out where your beliefs come from. You personally believe that?
My beliefs come from a place of what I believe to be moral, where I don't believe that anyone in the same family has any position to be romantic with one another. I don't think.
But y'all, no. Y'all do understand that first cousins are acceptable in this area that Sneako is in. That's not Sneako is literally arguing based upon his faith. So yeah, this is incest is not frowned upon at all with these people. So Sneako is arguing from his grifting space. He thought he was the favorite of the online sphere. He was gassed up. What goes up must come down. Yeah, Charlie just, no. You wasn't here when I was talking about this, Mr. Milky. Charlie should have quit while he was ahead. He didn't realize that Sneako had been planning this ever since Charlie made him look stupid with the whole mags. That's not, when Sneako said, "Want to see my clips? Here's my clips." And then Charlie took out his AR and said, "That's not a clip, you dumbass. It's a mag. And he pulled out both of his rifles. Ever since then, Sneako has been plotting his revenge. So Charlie should have never agreed to this debate at all. I told people that when you get the best, and let's go, everybody listen to this again. I'm going to say it again. When you get the best of that person, they are plotting revenge. And if they come to you friendly, if they come to you with an olive branch, turn it down. Say no, thank you. And now Sneako got that revenge, because we all know that Sneako is a POS, but we did not know that Charlie was going to defend the mutilation and the abuse of children for the T community. That right there was just crazy.
Your morality comes from yourself?
My morality comes from like the world around me. I don't have.
Okay, so if the morality comes from the world around you, then by your logic, if you lived in America in the 1800s,
yeah,
because
his brand did get damaged. His brand, Mike P Funk told me that Charlie made another video explaining this. But what if I never saw P Funk say that? A lot of people are not going to even go see that video of Charlie making an explanation. And so they're going to keep this in their memory right now.
Was okay, and where the age of 7 was okay in England just 200 years ago, if you followed the world around you, that would be okay. That was fine.
And it's not now because we've evolved past them. Like, we are significantly further along.
What Sneako's basically trying to do over here is to see if Charlie's decisions are made by him or by the government. What does he believe in? Does he believe just because the government says so? Or is it something that he believes, his morals, basically? Now, Mr. Sneako, I'll tell you exactly why shakalaka boom boom with your own brother or sister is extremely bad, disgusting, and wrong. It's very unhealthy. And logically, it's human nature that it's disgusting. And if you're still wondering why is it disgusting, let me put it again in simple terms. Go in the bathroom right now, take a big fat juicy shit, take it out, and start
Oh my God! Notice how he keeps going to the toilet. I'm fast forwarding that. Oh my God. Dude, you are so transparent right now. It's disgusting.
The reason there's a law of
I just fast forwarded. I just fast forward all of that.
Is because a line needs to be drawn. 200 years ago, the age of consent was like 10, 12. That was a different time, different mindset. As we evolve, we come now to 2024. This is wrong. And when it comes to your morals and what the government is making the law, yes, your morals mean everything. I have my own decisions. I believe in certain things, and it is always going to be there. If Sneako said Kamala Harris, the new president, for example, she comes and she puts the age of consent at 25, in my head, it's going to be still 18. I can go and hook up with someone who's like 19, 20 years old. And
but nobody's going to obey that law, so therefore the law is not even going to be effective.
Normal. Why? Because it's my belief, it's my morals, it's the way I see things. Now, if I picture myself right now, 25 years old, and hooking up with a 15-year-old, it's disgusting. It's just like taking my own shit and start eating my own shit. Human nature, feeling disgusting.
I wanted this already.
Does it change?
Your scenario earlier was if a 16 and a 21-year-old, both parties were consent, if the father was okay with it, the mother was okay with it. Why not? What? Give me a reason why that's. Tell me a reason why that's wrong. Because you're
getting a child, one is not a child. That's the point. So the 14-year-old, all of those criteria we just checked, you're in your 20s.
The definition that we just agreed upon. That's not true. Child is somebody that is not physically mature yet. It has nothing to do with 18.
That's not what we agreed upon. We agreed upon 18.
You agreed. We didn't agree.
Just use minor, Charlie. Just use minor. You ain't had to use child. Just use minor.
Treated 18.
That's not true. That's not true across the whole world.
Sensible people.
This is the thing with Dr. Disrespect. Okay? He said, I did have somebody underage that was a minor. He didn't say a child, though. So it could have been somebody as 17, depending upon his state, or 16, depending upon the state. But it's a minor. Let's look at the definition of a minor. What is the definition of a minor? In law, a minor is someone under a certain age, usually the age of majority, which demarcates, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this word correctly, an underage individual from the legal adult. The age of majority depends upon adjudication and application, but it's commonly 18. Minor may be also used in contexts that are unconnected to the overall age of the majority. So anything under the age of 18 is considered a minor for the most part. Because also under 21 could be considered a minor.
Even your own community has agreed upon 18 for the most part. So I've seen a lot of the tweets when you go on these tangents. Most people say it should be 18, and Sneako's arguing that parts of the world are different, so it gets muddy. But the agreed upon for the majority of people is 18.
That's not true.
So
that's just not true across the world.
So you see when you argue against that, why it looks so weird. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand because people have been brainwashed with this. Let me ask you this: people in Europe,
brainwashing is concerning.
Okay, are people? So the majority of Europe is 16. Is everybody in Europe who abides by that? Who abides by the law? Are they?
Yeah, in my eyes, 100%, and in European society too.
What? What did he say?
brainwashed with this. Let me ask you this: people in Europe.
Brainwashing is concerning.
Okay, are people? So the majority of Europe is 16. Is everybody in Europe who abides by that? Who abides by the law? Are they pedophiles?
Yeah, in my
No, because their laws in Europe are different, man. In Germany, it's 14, for Christ's sake. and how is Charlie allowing, once again, you are allowing Sneako to lead the debate. Y'all went from America to Saudi Arabia, now you're going to Europe. Stay in America. You're both Americans. Stay in America. Because if you go to Europe, you got several countries that have different age of consent. Because everybody likes to pull out Germany. Well, the age of consent in Germany is 14. So stay in America because we know the laws here and we can easily look them up. So stay here because you're both relevant to America, not Europe. Stop and don't let Sneako keep doing this. He keeps leading the daggone debate.
100%. And in European society too. If you have someone in their 20s that is and marrying a 16-year-old, they too are excommunicated.
No, not excommunicated. Are they pedophiles?
Yeah, I would say yes.
They're pedophiles. Okay, so the majority of people that follow law in Europe are pedophiles according to Moist Critical.
If
yes,
they are an adult, an under 18-year-old, even if it's 16.
Don't let them use the PDF file. I will by slang call them a PDF file, but I can legally say that they are predators. I can legally say, yeah, you know what? They fall underneath the predator. They are literal predators. Because if a 25-year-old deals with a 16, age of consent. If the age of consent in those areas is 16, and somebody 26 is going after somebody who's 16, he is not a PDF file, but he's a predator. So Charlie is dying on this PDF file hill, and that's the terrible hill to die on.
Legally, I would say yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. In America, the majority of the states, it's 16. Are those people who follow the law of the land, are they pedophiles for following the... So the majority...
Keep saying the law of the land.
That's what it is. The majority of states, it's 16.
If I want you right now...
Charlie should just say, I don't consider them PDF files. They're just predators.
Yeah. If you go to any of those states where it's 16 and you 16-year-old, it's statutory. It is still statutory. It doesn't apply.
And one thing I like to point out about this one specific clip is Sneako has been trying so hard to say that,
he ain't no Muslim. Oh, yeah, no, he is a Muslim. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Muslims can't have dogs. They can have cats. Sorry, I saw the cute little cat. I got mad. Because I'm like, I want a cat. I'm sorry, yeah. They can't have dogs. They can have as many cats they want, but they can't have dogs. Sorry.
It's my morals. Everyone should believe in their beliefs and their morals. And, if you believe this is right for you. If you believe this is wrong for you. Do not let the government put things in your head. And right over here, when Charlie says that, okay, even if it's illegal, 16 years old in Europe and in some part of the US, I still believe that it is a PDF file activity if someone in their 20s come with this 16-year-old, even though it's legal. And Sneako is like, oh, Moist Critical said, even if it's legal, this person is a PDF file. Well, guess what, Sneako? Charlie's trying to say that he believes in his morals and he believes that the age of consent that is 18, it's his belief. And he believes that is a line that needs to be there in society, which is 18 years old. And he believes that anything under it, even if it's legal, it's not good. It's the morals, it's his beliefs. So you just lost in your own argument.
And based off your standards, when is the Romeo and Juliet? How long can that extend?
Those are teenagers. A 17 and a 19-year-old, those are both teenagers.
Okay, now they're teenagers, but you just said 18 was an adult.
Yes, they are.
You see how the definitions keep changing? They keep changing. So far in this conversation, you changed it so many times. You said 18's an adult, and then you said, listen, because you did. I heard you double up a couple times.
I know you're going to harp on here.
No, you did. You said 18's an adult, and then you said adults, like you, because you think 25's an adult now. Because that's when you're... So why is... Let me ask you, why is it not 20? Why is it not 25?
It's because that's not what was established.
Like, no, I'm asking you, because you believe in personal beliefs. I believe in some... my morality comes from the Quran. You believe in personal beliefs.
No, it doesn't! Sneako don't even know much about the Quran. Sneako stood up here and lied and said that there's only one version of the Quran. Oh, God, if I ever get a chance to get into space with you, boy, you are so protected, too. He will only go into a space where they'll jump on you. They'll never let you talk. They'll kick you out. They'll kick you out. They did crayons. You know what I'm saying? He don't know anything about the Quran. He don't even know. I heard somebody ask him, who wrote the Bible? I mean, the Quran, and he said, oh, Allah, may peace be upon him. And before the guy could even say anything, they kicked him out of the space. Before the guy could come after Sneako. Because for those of you who don't know, Prophet Muhammad can't read or write. So how you gonna write the Quran? Oh God!
25 is when the frontal cortex is fully developed. That's when you're done maturing.
I couldn't tell you why it's not 25. I have no clue. I don't know why the drinking age is 21. I don't know. But they are agreed upon rules.
They're agreed upon rules, just like the drinking age, just like the voting age. They're agreed upon rules.
Yeah. Because there's different rules for different things. You got different rules for voting. Since it's an alcoholic substance that's going to alter the body, you got different rules for drinking alcohol. You got different rules for going into adult clubs. You got different rules for driving. You got different rules depending upon the situation. Idiot. Everything is not constant. Sorry about that, guys. Everything is not constant across the board. Idiot.
Make any sense? Why is drinking 21?
18, but I do think 18 does. There is a good reason for it. You are out of high school. You are going to live on your own. You're going to college. I think that is a good reason.
Yeah, maybe in the 1980s, but nowadays people don't leave the house until 24, 25, until they're my age. A lot of people don't. People are not financially ready. People are still immature. There's 18-year-olds I know that are more mature than people my age, and there's 25-year-olds that are more immature than 18-year-olds. It's arbitrary, though. It depends on personal experience. It depends on individual maturity.
But there needs to be something defined in your rule here.
And I'm saying there is something defined. I'm saying there is.
A 14-year-old, in your definition, could literally marry an adult. That's a problem. In your world, a 14-year-old can marry an adult.
Yeah, in my world, two 14-years-olds can be adults. I'm telling you, the only...
What?
The only... two...
Imagine allowing two 14-year-olds to get married. Allowing a 14-year-old to get married in itself. That's just crazy.
14-year-olds, you don't think that two 14-year-olds can be married?
No.
No, absolutely not. No. Under no circumstances do I think two 14-year-olds can marry.
Can two 16-year-olds?
Let alone a 14 and a 20-year-old or whatever.
Okay, can two 16-year-olds be married?
No.
No, I don't think two 16-year-olds.
Why is it wrong if so a 16-year-old, because the age of consent is across the world, so many places 16, if they can go have frivolous sex with a lot of people, if they can go around...
Okay, first of all, who said that that's my... Oh, Charlie, please say that's not your position. I can easily get this one done, right? I was like, I never said that they can have sex at 16. So that's you, because you're a nasty man. You want them to have sex at 16. I am for them keeping their legs closed, okay? Keeping their legs closed and mastering their bodies until they get of age. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't lose my virginity till I was 19 years old. Trust me, I tried before then. I was not successful. But I am against 16-year-olds having sex. So that's not my argument. But let me see what Charlie's going to say.
Things that they can change their gender. Why can they not get married?
Once again, Sneako, if two 14-year-olds and two 16-year-olds marry each other, they're still children. They don't know what they want. They will change their mind 2 days from when
Give me that cat! He doesn't deserve this cat! He doesn't deserve the kitty cat. It's so cute. Look at him. Look at the kitty. Oh my God, gimme. I'm gonna come steal your cat.
If they have a child, they don't even know how to take care of a child. Even though if they're physically mature to have that child and care for that child. There's still a lot of things they need to experience in life before they start thinking about marriage. And the minimum age, which is the, socially...
Your cat don't like you. He wants to come to me. Look at the cat. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. Come to me.
Accepted, and it's the logical thing. It is 18. Yes, once you're 18, you're legal to get married. But I still say, from my experience, it is still too young being 18 years old. And majority of people I know, they get married in their late 20s. And even if that 15-year-old girl is physically mature enough and their fathers consent them getting married, well, guess what? We can't do anything about it. But it is disgusting and it is extremely illegal. If a 20-something-year-old man tries to come and marry this man, same way if an adult cat comes and tries to marry Megatron in human years, she's 15, 16 years old. That adult cat is going to be eating my slippers.
You see his cat? Did you see the cat? Did you see the cat fighting him? Tree said she was going to steal it before I could type it. Yeah, I am. I'm going to go take his cat. I ain't even going to sneak in there. I'm just going to knock on the door. I'm like, hi, I'm here to come get your cat. I'm just going to take the cat. What? He look like he ain't no more than 5'4". What he gonna do? Bite my kneecaps or something? I'm gonna take that cat. I'm gonna take it. That's my cat. That cat don't. Yeah, the cat doesn't consent.
Change like Chris from MrBeast. These people can take hormone blockers. Listen, you're not listening. This is the point. You can take hormone blockers. You can take puberty blockers. Okay, when you're a child. When you're 16, you can go change your gender, but you can't get married. Why is that?
What, that's I don't know. I feel like that's a pretty obvious question.
No, it's not. It's not. See, if you cut your off, like Chris from MrBeast, if you cut your off, that is a life-altering decision. You can't glue it back on. You can get divorced if you get married. This is a commitment that you're taking. A child, based off the liberal point of view that you believe in, they can have
Charlie, you should have saw this coming. You should have saw this coming.
Gender surgery. They could change forever. If somebody can have, okay, do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child?
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting. And you agree with.
And right there, Sneako,
so as long as everyone parents are okay with it and you are okay with it, I think that's totally a family decision to make. Yeah.
Okay. I was watching this whole debate live yesterday, and this was the few seconds that got me out of my chair, and I could not believe what I was hearing. This could have been such an easy debate for Charlie. First of all, he couldn't find the right words. He got lost with finding good words between an adult, teenager, 17, 18, 19-year-old. He wasn't finding the right words, but what he said doesn't make any sense because, again, if you're under the age of 18, you cannot make your own decisions. You are going to be changing every single day. You're still going to be changing the second you turn 18, but it's not going to be as much. That is why you're allowed to drive. You're allowed to be responsible. You're a responsible person for yourself. Same goes on with these LGBT barbecue pills or cutting it off. You're still a child. You don't know what you want. I watched fucking Batman when I was 14 years old, and for a whole month, I was Batman. I was making the voice. I was thinking like I'm Bruce Wayne standing in the dark when my friends are chilling in the playground area in school, and I was standing in the shadows and I was saying justice. So obviously it's going to have an effect on 13, 14-year-olds watching these LGBT barbecue YouTubers, for example, people like Chris online. They're going to my nose is blocked again. They're going to take inspiration, and they might want to, maybe a small portion of them want to follow their footsteps. And I believe that is a time where it shouldn't be allowed.
He's a different Muslim. I agree. I've never heard anyone like him talk like this before. I'm still on his channel, so obviously I'm digging him. I'm picking up what he putting down. So it's like I'm like, okay, you haven't said anything that made me go cringe.
But if the parents
I like
consented,
it, except for his cat doesn't like him, but that's something else.
Let's face it, some parents are weak. The kid's going to come and like, let me cut my dick off. I am no longer this person. And the parents are going to be like, no, how dare you talk like this? Go to your room. And that kid is going to threaten to unalive themselves, and the parents are going to cave. And guess what? That person cut their dick off, and that person is going to grow up and regret their decisions and is going to blame the parents for it. So it should be a legal thing. It should be a government thing that it is illegal to do this, even if the parents consented.
So a child can cut their off and take hormone blockers and change their biology forever, but they can't get married?
Well, that's a decision that now extends beyond the family, because now you're bringing in a different party. So if you have someone that's your age coming in saying, I want to marry that child, I don't think that can happen under any circumstance.
So, but it's still a personal decision. You're still deciding. Because take the other party out of the equation. It's a personal decision. If I'm 16 and I personally want to marry this girl, she's beautiful, she's 21 years old, her family wants to do it, my family wants to do it. You're saying, I can't do that. We're both consenting, I'm ready to go, I'm physically mature, but I'm not allowed to marry because Moy says that woman's a But if then
you're a predator. You are a predator.
Hey, I leave it, I'm depressed. I want to cut my penis off. I can go right into the clinic, snip it off, and start taking HRT like Chris Tyson. That's a society that makes sense to you?
It is. I believe
okay.
Oh my God! Why did you agree to this, Charlie?
Okay, but so everyone has the right to do with their body, but not when it comes to a sacred marriage.
Now, I'll be honest with you. One thing that's going around my head is Charlie saying these things because he's afraid of cancel culture and he's afraid to lose.
Yes, he has to be, right? Well, we're about to watch his video. After this, we're gonna watch his video.
Platform, or this is actually his beliefs. He's saying a third person is involved in this situation. No, Charlie, a third person is not involved in this situation. It is still a personal choice. Just like it is your choice to marry someone underage, it is your choice to cut it off. If you're underage, in no circumstance you're allowed to make these kind of decisions, and your parents are not. It should be illegal for the parents to even make decisions for you, because let's face it, not everyone's a great parent. So 100%, you cannot cut it off if you're underage, and you cannot get married underage. Both are wrong in this situation. Get to that point, 18, then start making your life decisions, because you have a responsibility on your own. You're on your own now. You can make choices. Even though, like I said, when you turn 18, you're still a child mentally. 18, 19, 20, in your 20s, you're still a child. Doesn't matter. No, people do not mature early. Yes, sometimes you might experience life in an early age. You might learn a few things, one or two things more than a person your age, but you still don't have that wisdom of when you're like in your mid-30s. Literally every year you're growing and you're becoming a better person. Picture yourself 5 years ago. You're gonna say, oh my God, what the fuck was I doing? Cringe, whatever it is. And if you're around my age or you're older, think of yourself when you were 14, 15 years old. What kind of life decisions were you making? 100% stupid shit. Yes, I started working when I was 14 years old. I was a summer camp coach, and I became a sales representative at the age of 15 for the people who are close.
I actually snuck in, worked at the age of either 11 or 12. Maybe 12. Yeah. Yeah. I lied about my age because in D.C. you could work at the age of 14. And because I was so tall, people thought I was older than what I was anyway.
You know, on the stream, I talk about these things. Sometimes you know my story, but still, even though I was having jobs and I was going to school, I was still a child and I couldn't make decisions on my own. And I'm very thankful that no one allowed me to do anything, because if they allowed me to do stupid shit back in the day, God fucking knows what I would have done. Now back to Charlie, like I said, I don't know if he's saying these things just he's afraid of getting deplatformed or the backlash if he actually says that no, gender under 18, because this doesn't sound like Charlie. I'll be completely honest with you. Someone under the 18, Charlie, they are not allowed. Just because I say, oh, it's my body. Yes, in that case, Sneako is going to win this argument because it is also their body if they want to have sex if they're under 18. Or if they want to get married under 18 as well. And I'll be completely honest with you. Majority of the commentary channels, YouTubers that I see, social media, especially like big people, Charlie amongst them, they kind of go the safe way of what everyone agrees with. Now, at the beginning, a lot of people have been saying that about Charlie. Now, I'm slowly a little bit like leaning into it, but not like fully. But from seeing commentary people, they go with whatever the crowd agrees with. They don't usually say what's on their mind. I'm saying, you know, most of the time, not always, but this whole thing can be Charlie. This is actually what he believes in, even though it doesn't make sense to me or you watching. But one thing these commentary channels need to realize, if you're sharing your thoughts on the internet, even if you're the most perfect person ever, you know, you're the most lovable, good looking, best personality, wholesome, whatever it is, there are still going to be people hating on you. You share your thoughts on the internet, there is going to be either a small portion or majority of people disagreeing with you and disliking the video and hating on you. You're always going to have haters. Literally, watch this. I'm going to say 3 words and see how many dislikes I get for it. Farts, penis, titties. That's like 3/4 dislikes already coming in my channel.
Why is the first one farts? I'm sorry, he's not base no more. Well, he's base, but we understand he has a fetish. Don't we, chat? He's base, but he got some flaws. Okay? He got some flaws. The first word that come out your mouth is farts. Okay. Yeah, okay, there we are.
Because I said these 3 words. There are going to be people hating on you either way. So for the majority of people, I'm not going to name names, but they probably know who they are. If you want to go with the crowd, you're always going to get hate either way. So might as well just share your actual thoughts about anything. Deal with the backlash later, whatever it is. People think I'm transphobic. People think, oh, you make fun of LGBT barbecue. It's not that. I called, what's it called? Chris, Mr. Ava in like my videos. Even though majority of the video was likes, but I still got dislikes and comments. Oh my God, how dare you? Why are people like this? You transphobic person. Why can't you just say Mrs. Ava or date them and shit like that? A lot of people think you know, what's it called, transphobic, but I'm actually not. I've said this a million times that I have no problem with the LGBTQ barbecue. I still can. I swear I can't say it. That's why I say barbecue. I have no problem with them. I see perfectly well at night. You can be gay. You can do whatever you want to scissor. You see, like I refer to these things like this, or some people might get offended by it, but I say scissor, go sword fight with each other, whatever you want to do, but do not bring it on the internet and share it with the kids. This is when I have a problem with it. But if you're gay, you do it on your own, whatever. You create content non-gay related, fine. But when you come and be like, kids, you don't know if you're gay. Go suck some. That is where I come in and I have an issue with it. And anything I say, I know I'm going to get hate for it because people are going to be disagreeing with me. But hey, I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
Marriage, children should only be within a marriage. They should only be conceived within a marriage. Where they're not going around sleeping with different people, where they're not confused, where they're not a part of the community that has the highest suicide rate. They should not be a part of that. I want to be in a society full of happy married people that are ready to have children, that are God-fearing.
Those happy married people are sometimes in your world.
Yeah, you're not happily married. Sneako said he wants to be in a society of happily married people with children, yet he's not happily married, nor does he have any children. Hypocrite much? Hypocrite?
14, 15, 16 years old.
Absolutely. If they are ready, if they are ready to get married to, but see, you're so hung up on the fact that it could be an older person. Okay, if a 16-year-old is fine. What if a 16-year-old meets another 16-year-old in a place?
We've already gone over that.
Okay.
No.
If 16, in a place where the age of consent is 16, which is most of the country, right? Let's go off that. There's no Romeo and Juliet laws. Two 16-year-olds meet. They want to. Can they do that?
No.
In a place where the age of consent is 16, if it's 2 16-year-olds, yeah, absolutely.
Can they get married?
That's never what we've been talking about.
Can they get married?
If it's legal for them to marry at 16, sure they can.
No, it's not.
That's
in America, you have to be 18 to get married.
Then wait. Then they should wait.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're both files.
What the fuck?
No.
There's no adult in that situation. They're both the same age.
The point that, see, this is where it goes back. The point I'm making is that you cannot follow the law. You cannot rely upon the government on these arbitrary numbers. The reason you believe in 18 is because you live in America right now where the age is 18. If you live
But you do too, though.
No, I don't.
You just said it. You wouldn't. So you don't believe it's 18. So you're gonna go fuck a 15.
This is not my personal preference, Morris. It has nothing to do with my personal preference.
Well, answer that question.
It does.
You just said,
It does. And I want you guys to understand, we should learn by now that there are truth behind every joke. It seems like everybody is showing me, is proving me right. It's that I would never argue for something I don't believe in. And Sneako defended cuties. Sneako was recording himself with an Iman or some guy who was explaining why marrying minors is acceptable. Sneako is also defending Dr. Disrespect because Dr. Disrespect went after a minor, although he was married. And Sneako is sitting here advocating for the abolishment of age of consent. He is projecting. I swear to God, if somebody said FBI just raided Sneako's home, they found CP on there, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, what? I'd be like, I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
You don't. Are you going to go 15-year-old in a place where you can't?
That is not my. I don't want to have.
Just say yes or no. Just
No,
say yes or no.
I do not have sex out of wedlock. I've repeated this before. My point is,
had plenty of sex out of wedlock. When you were sexually active, would you have gone to 15-year-old?
absolutely not.
Okay, so then you two also still abide by
Because
it.
we believe in abiding the laws of. We don't break the law, but
You
you're
do
applying
break
the
the
law of the
law.
land to morality, and that's where things get confused. Because morality is not defined based off the government. If we follow morality,
There's
listen.
situations
If
where-
we follow morality defined based off the government, then we would say that the war that's happening in Israel and Palestine is justified because the government is sending billions of dollars there. You cannot rely on the government upon that because the government.
What
can be
law is there about sending money there? Also, you just made a contradiction. If you say your morality is not, you do not, wait a minute, what did he say? He said their morality does not come from the laws of the government. Then you're basically acting against your morals by obeying the law. Which they don't obey the law. I need you to understand this. They will not go against their morals if it's illegal based upon the land that they live in. Okay? In their holy books, there is no such thing as our word. Grape is grape is not against the law, nor is it nor is it immoral according to their religious doctrine. As a matter of fact, it is stated by their prophet, the man who controls the woman by his right hand is his. Meaning that when they conquered under land and they basically took the women, those women belong to them. So I want you to understand that if you don't know his religion, you don't understand what he's really advocating for. Okay? You don't really know what he's advocating for at all. Okay?
flawed. Morality does not come from these people that are elected. Morality comes from God. That's the only place that it can come from. Because if you were around, if you follow your logic, if you were around people, all of them, that thought incest was okay, that thought bestiality was okay, you would follow it because you follow the people that are around. That's the only reason you believe 18. Because that's what you see in Hollywood movies. Because that's what the government told you as an adult. Not because it's something a personal.
It is the agreed upon age.
But you keep saying that it's not even agreed. That's not true. Well, it's not even.
Shouldn't go down.
It's not even agreed upon.
It's not agreed upon with your lot. It's not agreed upon for people like you. Because you want to have access to young child brides. That's what that is. That's what they wanted. They want to legalize child brides. They want to do what their prophet did. That's all that is. So.
It is.
First of all, Sneako saying that he doesn't have sexual intercourse outside of a marriage has to be the funniest thing I've heard yesterday, but we're not going to judge him. Maybe he's a changed person. We don't know. Let's not judge him in this situation. And the second thing is, just because he's speaking like Piers Morgan, he's very confident, doesn't mean he's cooking, okay? What Charlie said, if two 16-year-olds are, they love each other, they're together, they can't get married, wait it out, sure. And then Sneako comes in, oh, but are they out? No, Sneako, because there's no adult in this conversation. And when Charlie said that, he changed it all up confident as if he wasn't wrong in the first place. Again, I'll put it as simple as possible. Adult, underage, no. You're both 16 years old, or one is 16, one is 17. One has to wait a year until that person is legal to is 18 and they can marry each other. Now, if that person, for example, they're in love and they've been together since they were like 14, if that person turns 18 and, the girl or the boy is still 17 years old, it's still fine because it falls under the Romeo and Juliet phase where you're both still in high school and you're still not out in the world experiencing it, even though one has their whole life changed illegally. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is where it gets complicated. This is why you should have your own beliefs in this situation on what is disgusting and what is not disgusting, what is normal and what is not normal, what the government and, the society society came forward and, you know, put on the line is what everyone agreed on. I agree with the age of consent being 18 years old. But in this Romeo and Juliet situation, it is fine. If you're 18 and you're with someone who's 17, no one's going to be calling you disgusting. You just have to wait a year until you get married if you want to get married. If not, just wait a year and boom, you're both legal. Go live your lives. Go get your own place. Go be an adult and, you know, experience life. And keep in mind, you're still a child in the head, but you're going to be experiencing life day by day. And once you get into your 30s, that's when that's where the wisdom starts, basically. But if someone goes up at anyone like 25 years old, or Dr. Disrespect, who is 42 years old, where he was at the time of the incident that happened, where he was 35 years old. Now they talk about Dr. Disrespect, but I want to share this point from now on. Even if the girl was 17 years old and that state, let's say the age of consent was 16 years old, it is still disgusting for a 35-year-old man to be with a 17-year-old. That is when it falls under the PDF foul section. And if that girl was 19, 20, it would still be disgusting, but it would be legal because that girl can make her own decisions because it's past the line that we all put, even though she's still a child. Now, I know some of you might be confused because they're throwing words, consent, age, young, old, who's an adult, who's a child, puberty, this and that. I get confused sometimes with like all this shit happening left and right. There's so many miscommunication between these two that it actually gets annoying. Charlie can't find the right words to use, and then Sneako thinks, oh, he meant something, but he actually meant something else, but then he meant something else, and he's like, you keep changing your words, and Charlie just comes up and says, okay.
Most people,
yeah,
if you right now,
pretty
have you
much
with a 16-year-old as an adult, Sneako?
No, I have not.
Okay, if you did, how do you think people would respond to it, even in your own community, if you said that you had with a 16-year-old?
They would be completely disgusted.
Exactly,
no,
because
wouldn't.
most people agree at a certain level needs to be established, and that level is 18. So under no circumstances should a 14, 15, 16-year-old be getting married and having sex with an adult.
Okay, let's go to the Dr. Disrespect situation, because there was a lot of hypocrisy, right? He would message a 17-year-old.
That's not true. Show me the evidence of him messaging.
Yeah, there's no evidence that the girl was 17.
I haven't seen any evidence. See, all the streamers within your community, they were so quick to admonish Dr. Disrespect without seeing any evidence at all.
Sneako, we don't need to see any evidence because Dr. Disrespect came and he told them by himself that he spoke
He spoke to a minor.
Probably with a minor. Do you need proof after this statement?
We saw Chris Tyson, and then they waited 3 days like you to post a video.
I did it within like 6 hours.
No, you didn't. I did. Okay, if you decided,
what are you talking about? The full video came out less than 24 hours after the initial break of all of the information, and I had that first video go.
How long did it take for the Dr. Disrespect video to come out?
Over 24 hours.
Did it? How long did it take for you to tweet?
And in the first
how long
video,
did it take for you to tweet?
Times how there's no concrete evidence of who he was talking to.
How long did it take for you to tweet?
I waited till his second response, so that was 3 days later.
It was 3 days. You didn't tweet right away?
Nope.
Okay, then you were the outlier, and most streamers, all of them, they waited. They didn't say anything. They wanted the MrBeast collab. That's besides the point. What's critical? If you DM'd a girl that was 17 years old, 364 days, everybody.
I waited till his second response, so that was 3 days later.
It was 3 days. You didn't tweet right away?
Nope.
Okay, then you were the outlier, and most streamers, all of them, they waited. They didn't say anything. They wanted the MrBeast collab. That's besides the point. What's critical?
They wanted the MrBeast collab. So that was a little dig. So you couldn't. So Sneako couldn't get him the way he wanted to get him. So he tried to do a little dig, like, oh, you guys are just waiting because you're just doing the right thing because you want that MrBeast collab. Got it.
If you DM'd a girl that was 17 years old, 364 days, should everybody be discussing with you?
I think that would be pretty disgusting. Yeah, I don't think you should be communicating with someone under 18, no matter what.
Okay,
if you want to,
is that disgusting?
Yes.
It's disgusting.
Yes.
You waited a day.
Like Cody Co having sex with Hannah when she's 17. I think that's disgusting.
Yes.
Okay, say she's 17 years old, 364 days. He waits one more day. Is he still disgusting?
Yes. Yes.
I still think in that position, yeah. I think that's still a huge power dynamic issue that you're getting into with that one. But
wait. That's disgusting. But I thought you said 18 was an adult.
Well, yeah, it is. Like, you're not going to jail.
Okay, so now it's disgusting for two adults to have.
It's disgusting for someone to be using this kind of position in the example you're giving. That's a power dynamic issue.
But so Cody Co waits one more day, then they have, and he's still disgusting. But it's two adults. Why is that disgusting?
It's not two adults because that person has not become a legal adult yet. Oh my God, Moise, oh my God, why are you letting him rope-a-dope you? He just said, what if she has not turned 18 yet? Then guess what? She's not two adults. It's not two adults. You got one who's legally an adult and the other one is underage. And it doesn't matter if they got one more day. According to the law, which I'm going to follow, if she's not of age yet. Oh my God.
People are still, like, I would be upset hearing that. Cody Co was in a different position than Tana at the time, and he was also in a much different place. And even if he waited till 18, while it's not illegal, it still wouldn't be a good thing. It's not something to celebrate.
Now, Sneako over here says if Cody would have waited one more day, it wouldn't have been disgusting. Well, no, it wouldn't have been disgusting. Why can't everyone just wait until this person is 18 years old?
Right! Oh my God, right!
Sneako pulled a good move over here. Charlie probably, if he would have had like a 10-second window to think about it and come up with the answer.
Yeah, he didn't think about that. That was a slam dunk. He could have got Sneako good on that one.
He would have given a proper answer, I believe, but he said that it's still disgusting. For someone like Cody, 25 years old, if we would have waited for, one more date for her to be 18, I would say it is not disgusting. But if someone like Dr. Disrespect, 30-something, 40-something-year-old comes and waits for a person until, even though they're 17 years old and like 364 days, and next day they're 18, it is still disgusting because of the age gap. 18 and 40-something is not a good thing. But I want to counter-strike Sneako in this situation. Why can't everyone just wait one more day until that person is 18?
Exactly! That's what I said. You can't wait one day? Is the thrill gonna be gone? Is that what it is? The thrill's gonna be gone? You can't wait one day? Really? Huh?
Of this shit would happen in the first place. This is the line that you do not cross. 18 years old. Be patient, think with your head, don't think with your mini head, and you will be fine. You won't get canceled. None of this shit will happen, even though it will be disgusting for someone, like I said, Dr. Disrespect, talking to someone who's like still 18 years old. But not only the age gap, because Dr. Disrespect was married with a kid and blah, 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 it's still very disgusting, the age gap. 18 is the law. It is the line that the society has put in for us. Just like the law is you cannot pass a red light, because if you pass a red light, disaster can happen. But if you wait one more second or one more minute, you get the reference, I'm trying to make one more day until she turns 18. You wait one, the light's going to turn green and everything's going to be okay going forward, because that is what the society accepts. That is how things are, and there is no problem with it waiting one more day. So if they would have kept it in their past, and they should keep it in their past for one more day, I think things would be absolutely fine.
Not celebrate, but you think it's disgusting. You think it's reprehensible.
I think it would be a bad thing for sure. Yeah, I don't think it would be a good thing.
Is he a pedophile?
No, he would not be a pedophile.
Okay.
And I also...
Okay, he's not a pedophile. The day before. 17, 364 days. Is he a pedophile?
No, I think yes.
Yes?
Let's just use, we're going to use a coupon definition. If you don't wait till 18, if you don't wait till 18, you will, we'll just do...
He gets him on the whole 17, 18. Okay. I told you guys this before, and I'll say it again. Technically, a PDF file is if a 25-year-old guy is dealing with a 16-year-old girl, he's not technically a PDF file. He's not. But we can call him that instead of a predator. You know what I'm saying? But technically, if we want to be good faith, no. Right? This is the reason why Dr. Disrespect was mad that everybody called him a PDF file. Well, that's what happens when we don't want to use the word predator. Right? And I do that all the time. If somebody says, Tree, do you really believe that Dr. Disrespect, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? But say, for instance, the girl was 16. Yeah, he's not a PDF file. He's a predator, but not a PDF file. But I can call him a PDF file, though.
File.
There you go.
People like to argue a beef file or whatever it's called, but let's just say, if you someone under 18, you are.
So this is just like the word misogynistic. I get called a misogynistic all the time, right? I was just in France recently, and there was a girl literally massaging my head. She's 27 years old. She's massaging my hair, standing on the street, and a sword boy comes up to me with earrings. He says, "I hate you. You're a misogynist." He says, "I hate you," and he doesn't know. And I ask him, like, "What does misogynist mean?" He doesn't know. Right? The same reason that your definition of pedophile does not even follow the actual definition of the word is the same thing when people throw around the term misogynist.
Why did you have to? I just caught on to that. Why did he have to tell us that some girl was massaging his head? How is that relevant to the story? Why can't you just say, some guy walked up to me and called me a misogynist?
And they don't know what it means. That's what happens when you get to throw
As I
around.
just said, I know it's not the definition of the word, but we're just using terms so we can all be on the same
Okay,
page.
but words have meanings for a reason. You can't just make up a definition of a word.
Now I know you think Sneako is cooking, but what is the meaning of a PDF file? It is, the meaning is cupcake lovers. This is where the miscommunications happen between these two, and a lot of people just got confused in this situation. Under 18, we refer to them as children because they're not the legal age, the line that we agreed on, and we spoke about it multiple times. Now, after 18, they're still mentally a child, okay? Now, under 18, if any adult speaks to anyone under 18, they are called a PDF file. But if someone goes above the age of 18, that term goes away. We know the meaning of it, but just that term goes away because that person crosses that line even though they're mentally a child, but they can make their own decisions and they're responsible now. So keep in mind, two different things. Anyone under 18, they're a child, referred to as a child.
Yeah, but nobody does that. I disagree with everything he just said. I don't call a 16-year-old girl a child. I don't call no 17-year-old boy a child. I don't even call a 14-year-old person a child. Okay. In my opinion, 10 and 11, depends on how I've seen a grown-ass looking 11-year-old, so I can't even say that's a child now. But anyone with single digits as an age, definitely a child. And when you start getting into the 10s and 11s, it's iffy. it's iffy. Those are not children. There, when you're 16, I refer to you as a young adult. I refer to you as a teenager. I don't do that because they would find it insulting, as a matter of fact. Now, I've never done this, but I'm sure if you called a 16-year-old boy or a girl a child, they'll be insulted.
Not legal to make decisions, and someone is above the age, they're mentally legal, but they're old enough to make their decisions. And if someone like 25 or 26, 27, anyone wants to speak to them, it is fine. They do not, the 20-something-year-old is not going to fall under the PDF section. To put it in simpler terms, one day you're innocent, the next day you can do something illegal and you can catch a felony, then you can become a criminal, basically. So same section falls under the PDF file section, basically. Now this is just halfway through the video. You can literally find the 2-hour session anywhere you want. I'm actually tired from filming this whole thing, but they're gonna go in a loop of talking about the same thing. The next thing is just asking the same questions, but I think we covered most of the things we want to talk about. Agree with me, disagree with me. This is where I stand with my thoughts. I believe no.
Okay, so that's enough of that. Let's go to Charlie. What is? Is it this one? Mike. Is Mike here? Mike, what's the name of the video? Is Mike here? If not, I'm gonna move. Yeah, he's a big YouTuber. 15.7 million views. Even Pearl, put Pearl to shame. Yeah, wait a minute, who's talking to me? Dimmer boy, it's this video? If y'all don't talk to me, I'm gonna leave. Okay, James says yes. Okay.
Heavens to Betsy, what a week, huh?
Okay.
Sports fans, holy Toledo. Yeah, so Moist Critical's in a big oopsie-poopsie situation here. It reminds me of the time in Moonfall when KC Houseman sacrifices himself and dies of cringe to become the moon. Yeah, so, being serious now, since this has become such a big issue, I've been in a lot of drama recently. I'm in hot water, and I'm biting on the fart bubbles that pop up in the bathtub here. It is a lot. So let's start with the most recent one.
Oh my God. What is wrong with these men? And the fascination with the excrements that come out of the holes that they sit on. What is going on? What is going on with these men? Oh.
Today, my retirement. I didn't know I was retiring. That's news to me. I'm as shocked as all of you are. I had a ton of fun last night playing a game called Clickleding, which is basically like a cuckoldry simulator, but for clicking against like the Lorax in a hotel room. And I just did like an old school gameplay commentary video.
Yeah, but that's Charlie's fault. Charlie got broke up with his girlfriend. He had a girlfriend. They're not together no more, so that's his fault. Okay, you gotta take that L on that.
I was bubbly, full of jubilation. I posted it today only to learn that I'm just a big old fucking liar. Liar, liar, plants for hire, I suppose. Apparently, and I didn't know this until I posted the video, everyone was under the impression that I was quitting the internet. So I started scratching at the hair on my chinny chin, wondering, when the fuck did that happen? Was I sleepwalking? Do I have somnambulism? Is this some kind of like, Fight Club situation? But instead of like Tyler Durden, I have fucking Charles Turden here that's just making wrong announcements. It turns out the patient zero behind all of this was a post Jackson made announcing that I would be leaving the podcasts, which is something I thought about periodically for quite a few.
This is not, oh, come on, y'all. Okay. Ooh-wee, I got a super chat. Spitfire, stay off drugs, taters. True.
That was okay. And for that, I was annihilated by a good chunk of Twitter.
and then annihilated by another good chunk of Twitter because I called out Sneako, who was the main proponent, about me covering for MrBeast to keep the collab alive. I wasn't talking about Ava Tyson because I wanted the MrBeast collab. And I talked about how absurd that statement was, especially given his history with fighting against the age of consent. He's been very vocal about how much he hates the age of consent, and so I talked about that briefly at the end of the video, which then changed the whole narrative for a lot of people where I never talked about Ava Tyson and only talked about Sneako. So it was a complete lose-lose, because if I didn't talk about what Sneako was saying, I would have been called a coward for not addressing it and talking about, like, well, he was going to cover for MrBeast until Sneako called him out. So, like, if I didn't do it, I would have been attacked. I did do it, still got attacked. It really was unwinnable. But from that spawned a conversation where I talked to Sneako directly, because he was very upset that I was talking about how him rallying against the age of consent is pedophile arguments, like defending pedophilia. As I've said, since the very beginning of this channel, I'm always willing to engage with people I disagree with, and I thought that maybe there was a chance I misunderstood.
You big dummy.
Understood what he was trying to say, even though it's still abhorrent. I thought, okay, maybe he's not actually trying to defend pedophilia. He's like some kind of pseudo-intellectual debate bro who's trying to say something else. So I was willing to hear him out on it, and I talked to him in DMs, and he said he doesn't believe in the age of consent. He believes in the age of marriage, can't assign a number to it, but said that when someone can legally...
Okay. People should legally drive and marry at the same age. Is that driver permit at age 15 or driver license age 16? As a Muslim, we believe it's our duty to follow the law of the land. Okay, see, he's just repeating talking points, okay? He's just repeating talking points. He don't believe this. It wasn't a spiritual question. I have no issue with any faith at all. This is a personal belief question that your response didn't answer.
They should be able to marry at the same time, which is literally like a 15 or 16-year-old, because you get your permit at 15, your license at 16, and both are way too young to be marrying. That shit is completely unacceptable. It is downright disgusting. He then said that he was happy to discuss it in a call, which I said,
okay. I'm happy to discuss this in the call if you're that curious. Yeah, I'm down. Do you mean now or later? You big dummy. Later, I'm outside doing IRL stream in Turkey.
I was willing to hear him out on, and he said that he would do it later because he was outside doing an IRL stream in Turkey. So I was willing to hear him out because, again, if this is some kind of crazy misunderstanding, I'd like to know that, because it'd be really fucking scary for someone in his position with his level of influence to be actually advocating for adults marrying and fucking children. That's a huge...
Why? Mr. Girl does it all the daggone time.
problem. That's a big fucking problem. So if there was something that he was like trying to say but failing to do so, I was willing to at least hear it. And this is where the infamous debate came from. The debate that people are calling the debate of the century. I'm kidding, not a single soul on the planet said that. It's actually one of the most dogshit debates I think human beings have ever had. He eventually called me on Discord. I was under the impression this was just him and I talking. I had no idea this was going to be a debate. I thought he was going to try and explain himself like, hey, no, this isn't actually what I meant. This is what I'm trying to say. I thought this...
What? You thought Sneako was going to be good faith? Really? You thought Sneako was not going to take this opportunity to make you look like an idiot? See, hold on. I need to talk to white folks for a second. White people, do you understand when I say this is the reason why y'all too nice? Especially white women, do you understand why I get at you? Do you know why I come for you so hard? It's because when you see me doing my warrior queen thing and you're like, oh, don't be so mean. This right here is why you lose. This right here is why people do the things they do to you. You as white people should know that you are the prime target for anybody to backstab, to put on blast, to cancel, to entrap, expose, yada, yada, yada. And here it is, Charlie thought Sneako was good faith. Charlie thought Sneako was good faith. And I could tell you, any person of color would have never trusted Sneako with as far as it could throw him. But yet and still, your compassion and your forgiveness and your, oh, I don't see color, kumbaya, we all okay. Like, that's what got right here. You should have known right then and there. Oh, we could talk right now. As soon as you, listen, guys, I want you to understand, when you're on Discord, always talk as if your stuff gonna get screen capped. Always talk as if somebody's gonna leak it. Always don't, like, don't say the most private stuff on a Discord. Oh my God. Unless you're talking to somebody, I had to take that back, women. There are a handful of people that I have said some things that I know they're not going to spread. And lots of people said stuff to me that they know I'm not going to say anything about. But still, if anything got leaked that I said, I'll stand by it though. I don't have two different personalities. I really don't. I'm very transparent.
This was a conversation between him and I, not this kind of debate show that he was putting on for his audience. There is nothing in our DMs that indicated that's where it was going. When I joined the call, he asked if I was going to record it, to which I said, I can if he wants me to, but I was also down to just talk. So I thought maybe he wanted...
Why are you just... Hold on, I want to read this. Okay. All right, no worries, later works for me. Ready now. Now works best for me. I'm out at lunch. I'll be home in 2 hours if that's available. Okay, I'll get food first. What's your Discord? What's your Discord? My last one got banned. Ooh, if I knew your Discord, I would snitch, Sneako. I'm a snitcher. I would snitch on you.
When I joined the call, he asked if I was going to record it, to which I said, I can't.
Okay. Hey, give me just a few minutes real quick. Ready? You driving back, driving back, give me 10. All good. Loading up, sounds good. 1 second, audio problems, I'm on a laptop, no problem. My bad, bro, hold on, sorry. Yeah, and right here, oh my God. Right here, he's setting up his stream. Right here. Let me tell you something. Those of you who use Discord, you don't have all that type of problems trying to get connected. All you gotta do is hit the phone icon and you connected. He's setting up his stream right now. God, I'm glad I'm black.
And if he wants me to, but I was also down to just talk. So I thought maybe he wanted it as a recording to like explain to people like, no, he's not actually a pedophile defender or advocating for that kind of thing. So I thought that is why he asked. I didn't know it was because it was being streamed, especially because one of his last DMs was about how he's doing an outside IRL stream and he would call me after. To me, that says when he's done streaming, that's when we'll talk, not as a part of his stream. I didn't know this was a debate.
That's yo dumbness. Oh, he's so stupid. It didn't even matter if you put 2 and 2 together. You should have never trust Sneako and know that it's always about content. It's always about content with Sneako. Always. I don't even understand how this was a surprise that he was streaming. And the fact that he was taking so long. Hold up, guys. Just trying. Wait a minute. Woman, blah, blah, blah. It was always about streaming.
Nor a stream until about an hour and 40 into it, roughly somewhere in that ballpark. I am not a debater. I've never claimed to be one. I never want to be a debater. I've always said that I believe conversations are the most productive because debates always devolve into what side can score the most points by explaining their thought process, even if the position is wrong. Whereas a conversation is a very different thing to me. So I didn't even know that's what this was. So obviously, I was unprepared for a fucking debate. So I entered into the Thunderdome and we started talking. I made it clear that I found his statements on the age of consent and children marrying adults being fucking hideous. Absolutely revolting. And then he started arguing about, well, what is a child? We must define a child, it's not actually being under 18, it's all a bunch of hooey. And I really think if you have to start arguing about, well, what technically is a child? You're already way too far gone. Like, that is so fucking weird. And in no uncertain terms, multiple times throughout the debate, Sneako says that he is okay with people that are aged 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 marrying adults that are 18 or older.
We're talking globally. Let's just talk globally. Like, do you think it is okay for, I'm not talking about just you specifically anymore, anyone. Do you think it's okay for anyone in their 20s, an adult, to marry a 15 or 16-year-old?
A 21-year-old, if there was a marriage where the father consented and the daughter consented, and it was both good on both families and they wanted to do it, why am I going to get involved? Why should we get the government involved?
Even get back a little bit. Do you think there's not a problem with a child being with an adult?
Okay. We haven't even agreed upon what a child and an adult is. You keep saying that's 18.
Under 18.
That's
child.
And I'm telling you, that's not even the definition of the word.
What is the number? Just told me a number, or else you can do the same thing.
I just told you there's not a number.
But do you see why that's a problem?
No.
If there's no defined... So why can't a 12-year-old marry an 18-year-old?
Because most 12-year-olds haven't gone through puberty yet. And most 12-year-olds...
as you just said, it changes. What if a 12-year-old went through puberty early, the parents consent, the 18-year-old and the parents consent? Can they do it?
Most likely that's not going to happen. You know why? Because Islamically...
We're not talking most likely. Just say it.
If the families have consented, the kid is mature, the kid is ready. Why should I stop
at 12 years old? At 12 years old.
If the kid is physically mature, the parents consent, both parties are happy.
There's no such thing as a mature 12-year-old. I didn't see this part right here. I didn't even see that. It's nothing. There's no maturity in a 12-year-old.
12-year-old being physically mature.
If that's the only line that actually makes sense.
Again, I don't think a 14-year-old can ever be physically mature.
Even though they literally can. They
cannot. They literally cannot.
Puberty actually defines that. It's fine.
I don't.
Just because you start puberty does not mean you are an adult, you PDF file. You child R-wordist. This is what I'm saying. Sneako think just because you hit puberty, you're an adult. No. You are developing into eventually an adult.
Nope, I don't believe so. I was 14 once. I actually had a mustache when I was 14. Would you have looked at me and said I was physically mature enough to get married?
If you were physically mature, if you were mature, yes, I would. Okay.
Really? If I was 14.
Yeah. If you were 14 and you were ready to go and you met another 14-year-old, yes, I would.
No. We're talking adults. You keep going back to that.
That is adult.
I meant
I told you my definition. I told you the definition.
Adult.
The definition. Okay. If you went through puberty, you're an adult. That's the definition of adult. So yes, if you're an adult and you got a mustache, you're ready to get married, fine. Okay.
Unironic.
What? That's not the definition of adult. Adolescence. Yeah, that's another good word. Adolescence. Something tells me if Sneako's daddy gave him to a grown man as a young teen, he would have problems. He would have problems. But you know what he's gonna say? I wasn't a Muslim back then.
Saying a 14-year-old adult, I think, would make most sensible people want to puke.
Yeah,
there's so many
adults.
instances of this, and a lot of the conversation was spent with him talking about like overseas age of consent, like talking about how Japan's age of consent was 13 for the longest time, this and that. But the whole thing was like pulling teeth, and it was fucking painful. And I think it's extremely alarming perspective to have. Unironically, calling a 14-year-old and 12-year-old mature enough for a marriage, those are middle schoolers. Like, holy shit. I think that is extremely concerning to be advocating for something like that. Like, would Sneako be okay if his best friend ended up marrying a 14-year-old? He certainly shouldn't be. No one should be okay with something like that. Like, that's fucking terrible. That is actually terrible. But now, since I wasn't, like, holding him to this topic or making sure it stayed on the topic I thought we were talking about, it went all over the place with a ton of different things. But the big one...
Yeah, you allowed it, though. That's why you should have never trusted him in the first place.
This is what most people have focused on, which was my response to his question about kids transitioning. And the way he would pose that question would be by asking if I thought it was okay if kids who want to switch their gender go to the doctor and get their dick cut off. Is it okay if a 9-year-old goes to a doctor and gets their cock cut off?
And why is he not censoring himself? You don't mess up my video, man. Oh God, dude. Well, I don't know if this video gonna get the green light. Enjoy those ads while you can, there's chat.
Right then and there. And when posed with that question, I replied with yes. And I've talked about this on stream many, many times now, and I'll talk about it again here. I thought he was talking in hyperbole. I thought he was just exaggerating, being over the top.
How did you think that? I call BS on this one. I disagree. I don't think he was talking in hyperbole. I don't believe that.
Talking about the entire subject of transitioning. I had no idea that any living, breathing human being actually thought that that's how transitioning works, where you just go into a doctor saying...
He literally said cut off the ding-ding. He literally said cut it off. And it's the same with double mastectomy. He literally said that and you said yes. You can't clean this. Dude, oh my God. I don't even think I want to hear this. No, dude, you gotta take that L.
I feel like switching genders and they lay you down on the operating table and just snip your whole fucking meat off. I didn't know that that's what he actually believed. I didn't know he was speaking literally. I thought he was just referring to the entire process of transitioning.
No,
and just used...
he literally said that though. You guys, now if Charlie's trying to sweep up and revise history, no, you can't. He literally said, so it's okay for a boy to chop off his ding-ding. And you said, if the parents consent and the doctor says it's okay, sure. That's what you said. That's exactly what you said.
This over-the-top statement to encapsulate all of it. Because you literally cannot get that surgery unless you are 18. Like, you actually have to go out of your way to be that stupid on the topic than you would just...
You didn't even know that, though, and you said yeah.
Seconds looking it up. There are very rare cases where someone under 18 has had that surgery performed.
You still
That's not
said
common.
yes, though.
So I really didn't think that someone could be so dumb on the topic. I thought he was just speaking in hyperbole, which is my mistake. I should have been more clear instead of making an assumption that he was talking about something nuanced in an over-the-top way. I haven't hid this take, and it's not a new take from me. I've talked about this a couple times throughout the years on stream. I have no complaints if a kid gets interested in transitioning and starts talking to their family about it. So their parents start talking to doctors, the kid starts talking to doctors and therapists and all of this, because the process of transitioning is one that takes place over the course of many years. It's not something that just happens like that. And I'm also not afraid to admit that I am not the most educated when it comes to transitioning. I am not someone that has a ton of knowledge about the subject to be speaking on it in a really in-depth manner. But even I know these very surface level things that everyone has easy access to understand. It is a long process. And I have no problems at all if a kid gets interested in that process and starts going through that process with proper care. And then when they reach the age where they can consider that surgery and decide they want to do it, then that's all power to them. That's entirely up to them. They have reached that age. They can now do that surgery if they want to. That is not a surgery that's being offered to like a 9-year-old who just says, I feel like changing genders today. It's just not how it works. And I didn't think that that's what was actually being discussed because it's so fucking silly. Now, I'm sure there's some really fringe cases you can point to where that kind of thing did happen, but it's not common. Thus, I didn't think that's what was being referred to in the conversation. And it is, again, my mistake for not recognizing that at that moment it was being spoken about literally. So all that shit that people keep dogpiling and spouting about me about how I want all kids to go out there and get their genitals chopped off is just fucked up. Like, it's so ridiculous. I recognize I did a horrible job of arguing in this debate, which isn't surprising considering I don't debate. This is not something that's in my skill set, which of course led to some embarrassingly dog shit arguments. Like,
you shouldn't have agreed to have a conversation with Sneako though. That's what I'm saying. White people used to be mighty warriors. Vikings getting into a wooden boat, battling the seas, going to monasteries and ripping off all the gold inside of the cathedral. And you just trust some stupid mutt who said, sure, we'll talk to you on Discord. Ooh-wee, I got a super chat. Mars, thank you so much for the Canadian $5. Charlie fought with Sneako before, yet didn't learn from his mistakes. He failed to study his enemy. Now he just coping about his terrible judgment. Facts, facts, and more facts. Facts, facts, and more facts. Yes, I agree. This is he's trying to revise history.
One I've seen people reference a couple times is when I briefly mentioned sports in this topic. It was a stupid point to try and make. I was getting hit by like some rebound psychic damage listening to some of the drivel brain rot that Sneako was spouting about the age of consent. I don't know why I thought this was like an argument to try and make, but I brought up sports in this subject, and I was going to try and elaborate on it, but didn't at all. What I was going to try and say is that when a kid gets interested in a sport, they'll talk to their parents about it, they'll research the sport, go through the process of learning about it. And when it comes to transitioning, it's still a process where you talk to your family about it, you learn about it. Like, it wasn't a point where I was trying to say, well, changing genders is a lot like picking between baseball and soccer. Like, it's not what I was trying to get at, but because I didn't elaborate on it and it really wasn't a good argument to try and make in the first place, that's one people have harped on a lot. And I get it. Like I said, I am not a debater. Like, I didn't go in here expecting a debate. So I had nothing prepared here for this inundation of outrageous questions and tangents. Like, there was a point where Sneako was trying to get me to say white power. Like, the whole thing was a fucking mess. It was, without a doubt, probably the worst debate that video has ever been cursed with. And I really...
First of all your fault. 100% your fault. Because you trusted Sneako. You did not know Sneako had bad intentions. You did not study your enemy. And that's the problem with a lot of you people. You don't study your enemy. You don't study them. Every enemy I have, I study them. I sit there quietly and I study everything they do, everything they say. I watch every day. I watch the patterns. I watch what they say. I watch what they do. I watch it all. So I'm never surprised. You sit up here and thought the best of Sneako. And you deserve everything you get. And now you
regret not doing a better job here. It's not something I should have even done in the first place. I just have a tendency to really hope for the best out of people, and I was really hoping that I and most people were wrong about Sneako's perspective on the age of consent. However, unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be the case. He was very adamant about this position, and I did a terrible job in arguing with him, and I did a terrible job of articulating my beliefs. I am supportive of the LGBTQ+, and I have been, and that's not something I've been shy about. I just wish I did a better job of expressing that. To be open and honest here, and I've talked about this a lot, I've always treated my channel kind of like a diary for myself, which is why I just talk about so much different nonsense and so many things that I know a lot of people don't give a fuck about, but some of it's fun for me to talk about, or some of it's just things I care about. So being totally honest, I used to treat the internet as an escape from my dog shit real life. Truly unhappy, really hated most of everything about myself, and the internet was my escape from it. But now it's really become that real life is the escapism for me now. Like, I love posting and creating things, but I don't like interacting with the internet around me anymore. And it's something that I started to realize a couple months ago, and I've talked about it on stream a little bit, how because I've covered so many like drama stories and everything, it's pretty much all that I ever get told about when I'm streaming, and it's become such a massive headache, and it's just constant negativity that I'm fully flooded with, like, at all hours. Like, I am in, like, this human centipede of eating someone's ass while having my ass eaten with even more things that I'm being demanded to, like, talk about, where everything just feels like a lose-lose, and it has been for, like, the last 6 or 8 months, I feel, where if I talk about something, it's a problem. Even if something is cut and dry, as, like, Cody Ko having sex with a 17-year-old being bad, I caught a lot of shit for that, too. I'm sure a lot of people probably didn't see that, but man, the amount of emails I got and a lot of the things I was seeing, even something as cut and dry as that was an issue when I talked about it. And then if I don't talk about something, or if I don't talk about something fast enough in the time that some people think is appropriate, I'm then accused of covering up for something for an ulterior evil motive. So it just really feels like a rock and a hard place where, regardless, it's just going to be a massive flood of negativity. And a huge critique of me that I've always seen is Charlie's a fence sitter. He's just a fucking fence-sitting, enlightened centrist cuck this and that. And I've always said for the entire time I've been on the internet, I'm not special. I'm literally just a normal guy who got very lucky. I just sit...
Hold on, what does that mean? Oh, thank you, Katie Diz channel, for being a 2-month tier 1. 2-month tier 1 member. If this video get demonetized, don't worry. This video gonna get right back. It's gonna be in the membership section. So get ready.
Here, joke about shit, talk about my opinion on things, and nothing else. I don't have a unique perspective on things. I don't have deep insight into the vicissitudes of certain things. I am literally just a guy who yaps, has some fun, talks about shit, does some wacky stuff as well, and that's it. It's just not that deep. But because everything is so inflammatory and charged online, it's being perceived in the last, I'd say like the last 2 years, it's really popped off as me making deliberate attempts to appease both sides and play right down the middle to soak up as much as possible. Like it's all this like nefarious scheme where I'm doing this with my hands. And I just don't understand how it's become so incendiary where that's apparently like a really bad thing now. My opinion is not special. And my opinion isn't one that's pandering to any sides or catering to anything. It's literally just whatever's up here. I sit down for like 30 to 45 minutes.
All right, let's do it. I'm sorry, I don't care no more. I don't care. I don't care. Take that L. Take that L. We are in the weak man stage. You should have never trusted Sneako. You should have never trusted him. Never, ever trusted Sneako. And that's what you get for trusting him. And you still want to be politically correct in reference to the LGBT community. All right. We're not going to get through all of this video chat, okay? But we are going to get through what time is it? Let's see. It's 12:16. Ooh, I got a super chat. I got a super chat. Oh my God. Sun Dormant with the Argentina 1,000 Argentina money. Because I don't know how much that is. Charlie needs to cut his hair. He doesn't deserve to have Viking hair. Shame. That is absolutely right. Okay. That's absolutely right. Thank you, Sun Dorman. I appreciate it. Okay. Oh my God. Thank you for the gifted subs. Joe, thank you for the gifted sub to Cake Upton. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at my chat. I'm laughing at human voicemail and Katie talking about something. They were clowning. Y'all leave Sun Dorman alone. I got bullies in my chat. Anyway, Joe, thank you. Cake upon, please. Cake upon. Oh, there you go. Look at your little cookie. Cake, you got your cookie. Who got his cookie? You got your cookie. Congrats there, Cake upon. All right, there we go. All right, let's watch.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Well, of course. If you could post something and everyone in the world would watch it, you'd be the most powerful man on earth.
We're not promoting gambling. I think people are going to see this.
Oh, the guy who just throws away millions of dollars on YouTube videos is scared for people to
illegal lottery for money. You don't have to pay anything to mix religion.
This is legal. I don't get it. It's a scam.
Wait, hold on a second. I was supposed to figure out how long I'm going to be doing this. I started at 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to, I don't know, chat. We're going to probably just watch 20 minutes of this or something like this. So Let's watch. Okay, and let me go get I ran out of water, so I'm gonna let this play while I get some water. I'll be back.
Or fake signatures. Ponzi schemes are great up until they just go bust.
Hi, I wanted to provide some context to this video. I'm a former MrBeast employee, and today I'm alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you, enjoy the video. So this is part 1 into my investigation into MrBeast. I recorded this before the Chris stuff came out. I was also going to come out about the Chris stuff probably in part 2 or 3. Because I see a lot of people saying, like, oh, if you knew, why didn't you come forward? Why didn't you go to the authorities? Well, I was going to come forward. And also, like, going to the authorities isn't going to work because what are you going to say? Like, you heard rumors that this person is this way or that. You know, there's obviously evidence of, like, the shad-based stuff. Like, that's been out for a while. People have internally known at the company that, like, Chris is kind of a potential minors attracted person, and the company protects her, or they were protecting her, and they protected her as long as they could. Jimmy knew, everyone knew. So, you know, I think that's more of a red flag than anything I'm going to reveal in this video. But, you know, there's messages happening in, like, MrBeast discords, and yeah, I don't know. It's a mess when, like, MrBeast contestants are being exposed to, like, minor attracted persons, and the company's protecting them. You know, there's a big emphasis at the company of, like, how to manipulate children, like, understanding their psychology and everything, and, like, seeing that that's sort of used in weird ways. And, you know, there's been, like, parasocial relationships and, you know, encouraging, like, almost children simping for these people. And, you know, maybe that's as nefarious as it gets, or maybe it goes deeper. Anyway, here's an old podcast clip of Jimmy explaining that he knows that his audience is young. Oh, which is an old clip. You could say, like, his audience grew up. I would say he's gained most of his audience since then, and his content's only gotten younger. Also, this clip really just shows that, like, he understands the YouTube analytics are bullshit, because he can try to use that as a defense, but he knows. So here's that clip, and then I'll get into the video.
The average demographic is what, 13 through 17? Is that the biggest spike in your analytics?
Well, I mean, mine's horseshit. It says like 18 to 24. But I know all my fucking viewers are little kids.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot like that because, you know, little kids lie about their age or they're on their, you know, like...
But yeah, and then I have like a fucking massive one for like the 40-year-old range because all the fucking idiots are on their parents' account.
Now, MrBeast intentionally manipulates these children's vulnerable minds for profit using 3 simple steps, which closely align with the 3 major types of behavioral learning. Step 1 is getting the viewer to associate the brand with trust and authority. MrBeast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards to his loyal followers. I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake. Step 2 is showing the viewers that when people interact with MrBeast in a way that benefits MrBeast, when they do what he tells them to do, they win big rewards.
Is he subscribed? You are subscribed. Here's some money. Have a good day. Some of them feel like I just walk around with $1,000. It's like, oh, thanks for watching my videos. Hit that subscribe button because you might bump into me in real life and it might make you a lot of money.
When people are devout followers of MrBeast...
I feel so bad that he's been conning little children, thinking that if you just show up to him that he's gonna give you money. I just
they get rewarded. And step 3 is finally calling on the viewer to act in some way that benefits the brand, promising big rewards in return. Now it's your turn to do what MrBeast tells you, and you will win big rewards. But you actually won't unless you're famous or friends or family of a MrBeast employee. So young, impressionable viewers are made to believe that MrBeast is a trusted authority who can give them big rewards. These young viewers are explicitly shown that dedicated followers or random subscribers like themselves are winning big rewards when they do what MrBeast tells them. These young viewers are explicitly told repeatedly that if they subscribe, if they buy products or act in some way that benefits the brand, they will win big rewards. Trust MrBeast, watch him help others, contribute to his cause, and one day he'll help you too.
Did you see? Okay, that was pretty good.
That's the formula. Subscribe for a Lamborghini and to make you happy. You could be in one of these. Subscribe right now. Subscribe and I'll invite you next week. Subscribe and you might win a free car. Subscribe for a free car. I love all.
Hold on. Whoa! 307 million. He ain't losing any. Then again, we don't know if he's not losing any because the only way his stuff would show up is if he lost 1 million. If he lost 1 million. But MrBeast ain't even lose 1 million subscribers. Okay. Subscribe for a cookie. Maybe I I should do that, chat. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. What should I do? Subscribe for what? Subscribe for spanking? No, that's going to attract the men. Subscribe for what? A free makeup kit? What should I have a subscribe for? Subscribe for what? Something that's going to attract women, though. Subscribe for a piece of boy.
Subscribe and you can come next time. If you want to subscribe and you can subscribe button. You could also win. Seriously, we always fly subscribers down. They never fly random subscribers down. MrBeast fakes his videos in ways that are worse than you realize. I say that because he's been exposed for faking videos before, and the common response is, why does it matter if the videos are fake? They're just meant to be entertainment. A large part of MrBeast's brand is the fact that he doesn't fake videos.
Subscribe for a free boyfriend or something, right? Subscribe for some roses. I'm coming. Y'all think I'm lying. I'm coming up with something.
When I first started seeing your videos, I was like, this shit's got to be fake.
Oh yeah, it's a huge problem for us now. I actually have to dial back my content sometimes just so people think it's real. Also, if what we had to film was scripted, you know, because what we do is not scripted, so you have to plan for a bunch of variables that you can't control, blah, blah. If what we did was scripted, holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, and that's your only way out. You can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker, it's just a guy. This whole room is fake, this contestant is an actor and a secret employee at MrBeast. They haven't got through this fake door twice, this line is scripted, this action is scripted. In fact, pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
You did it! Yeah! What we did was scripted. Holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Let's talk about Mac for a second.
We will die. Do you understand that?
I found public records showing that Mac moved from California to Greenville, North Carolina, where Jimmy is located, back in August 2023, 2 months before he appeared as a contestant. According to a former MrBeast employee, this is around the time when Mac started working full-time on the editing team at MrBeast. Also, he didn't just move into any old house, he moved into $1 million mansion. Now, I'm not gonna dox him, only some asshole would do something like that.
After doxing and bullying the pilot some more, like a f***ing douchebag,
turns to Eric and says, how do I fly this thing? And Eric just starts pushing buttons.
But I did find pictures of this mansion online, so I fed them into ChatGPT and asked it to create similar images. And this is what it came up with. And it's honestly not that far off. His 6,000 square foot $1 million mansion comes with a movie theater and 7 bathrooms.
What are you gonna spend the $800,000 on?
I mean, my life's changed now.
Yeah, I'm sure that $800,000 is really gonna change your life.
Mac, this is a nice car.
Tell me, where are we right now?
We're in the place that we drove to a few minutes ago.
Mac, let's cut the shit here. What have you been doing for like the last year?
A lot of family stuff.
What kind of family stuff?
Just like, you know, playing catch with my dad, you know.
For a year? How do you make money? How are you, like, surviving?
Basically, like, my main strategy is I go to, like, grocery store type places.
Grocery store type places?
Yeah, I basically, I'll do when I get there. I usually get, like, an amount of food that feeds, like, a week or so, right?
With what money?
The money that I've made.
How did you make it?
Huh? Listen, you're getting too down in the details. They'll figure it out. We will die. Do you understand that?
During this time lapse on the 4th day of 7 days stranded at sea, you can clearly see there's no one in the shelter. These are their empty beds. But after a hard cut, magically 5 people are awake, and 2 of the boys have bright yellow raincoats that they didn't have when it rained on day 2.
And after standing the whole night, completely soaked.
You didn't spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on the production yacht. It's ironic because this is one of the videos where they claim that they don't fake things.
But no, we have to be the real channel that doesn't fake things.
In this video, this wink was added in post. In fact, 58 was actually on the far opposite side of the room from 42, and he just didn't hear him. This whole revenge storyline was added in post. Multiple shots show how timers are edited in post. Timers are edited in post. Timers are edited in post. They also manipulated contestants' audio in post.
We got 50 minutes.
In general, if anything happens last second, it's fake. Or if you can hear someone's voice but can't see their mouth, the audio could easily be added in post.
Literally fake. I'm gonna kill you.
And yes, this lie detector video was also fake.
Have you ever faked a video?
Well, most of those lie detectors are fake. Some I exposed the guy who does the lie detector as a paid actor who knows that, you know, he knows how to contour the detector to what outcome you want. But here's the deal. It doesn't seem like there's any backlash, so I don't think this is the end of MrBeast. It doesn't seem like it is going to be, though.
No.
Take that lie.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Okay, so MrBeast fabricates some contestant dialogue and timers and movements and storylines and uses a bunch of shitty CGI, but who really cares? I mean, the videos are just for entertainment only, right? I mean, it's not like he's ever rigged the results of a challenge. That would be impossible because he films with hundreds of random subscribers, right? Wrong. Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to MrBeast and oftentimes friends and family of MrBeast employees or just the employees themselves. And when they do pull someone from outside of North Carolina, it's usually somebody who's in the industry, who's camera trained, who has built a following.
Hey, anyone I'm friends with watching that wants 10 grand?
They are never random subscribers. If you subscribe, you will not win $1 million. And what's even worse is that the results of this video were completely scripted. According to a former MrBeast employee, it would have been a PR problem if the boys had won by a lot. And because so many of the female contestants were MrBeast employees who got out immediately, production stepped in to actually make the results of the challenge closer. You can actually see some of this happen on camera, like when Jimmy pays one of the boys $10,000 to leave, which is twice as much as the actual prize money, but doesn't make the same offer to the girls.
The boys are blowing you out of the water. I paid the one guy who got to solve him to leave. Now if you don't win, that was all for nothing.
At another point, he gives the girls a camera drone so they would have been able to see how many boys were left. It doesn't work out, but seeing how much they're willing to help them on camera, I'm willing to believe that they did in fact help them off camera. Apparently at the end, they were only monitoring the boys to see if they stepped on the red line and not the girls so that the girls would win the challenge. And to be clear, obviously the girls had an unfair start with having so many MrBeast employees get out immediately. I think they all did deserve $5,000 for that, but also the boys should deserve a fair chance at winning, I think. I think that's the expectation when you run a game show. But hey, that was a while ago, so I'm just glad they're not doing another rigged boys versus girls video. So knowing that MrBeast likes the results to be close and that offstage producers can sort of influence how a challenge progresses, I want to show one more example. This is a real-time video, meaning that time elapses the same in the video as it does in real life. Now immediately the intro is sped up, and the timer is clearly added in post.
Okay, this is the part where he explained, and I don't understand it.
And he clearly touches the laser here, but whatever, let's assume that it's all real time. When he reaches the bottom floor, he has to turn these water valves. Now you can tell that these valves aren't actually connected to anything because the water flows out in an instant, and it happens when he's not even touching the valve. The contestant also goes back to the first valve unaware that anything had happened, and he's still able to spin it. So the valve seems to spin freely and isn't actually connected to the flow of water. So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water, and assuming they've tested this, the producers might know how long it takes for the water to clear out of the room, so they can sort of decide on the fly how many turns of the valve it takes.
I have to watch this because I don't understand the contest.
Or just when to trigger the water in general to make the results close. And in this video, spoiler alert, the contestant wins the money, so rigging the challenge could be seen as a good thing, but there are many examples of contestants losing, and in traditional media, this kind of rigging is actually completely illegal.
We always have the same person tie all the knots so that we know they've tied them at the exact same tension. I mean, we get down to inches. And then we have a standards and practices person. And if you don't know what that is, on any kind of a game show where there is a prize, you have to have somebody that ensures that it's fair. They are out there essentially to make sure that we don't do something that would favor one player or one tribe.
I paid the one guy who got to solve him to leave.
In my mind, I'm thinking it's a fair game. But it's not. If they were having problems finding people, they can see kind of what area you're in. And they came to my area many times, and I was in the smallest cupboard. They had like big ones, medium ones, and small ones. I contorted this little 4'10" body into the smallest space, and I was in there for hours. And they didn't even open the door because they were like, a person can't even fit in there. So they went in there and they opened all their
4'10". Wow, she is tiny.
cabinets, and my heart was like, oh, they're gonna find me, they're gonna find me. And then I could hear them saying, like, she's not here. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, she's not here. The other thing that they said is absolutely no climbing in the air vents or the ceiling. And they said it's because they do all their wiring in the ceiling.
So I'm up here. Okay, I feel good about this spot.
If it was held accountable, especially because this was a YouTube original production, Zach would have been eliminated for cheating. He broke the rules, and guarantee you, if I climbed in the ceiling, MrBeast would eliminate me.
He was in the ceiling!
Also, I think some of the MrBeast giveaways have been fake, but I'll get to that later. So now that I've explained some of the ways that MrBeast lies to build trust with his audience, I want to go on to explain how he exploits that trust for profit through running illegal lotteries, selling fake signatures, giving children diabetes, and more. A call to action is simply when you tell the viewer to do something, saying subscribe is a call to action.
We've seen this already, chat. Hold on. I want to get to something we haven't seen.
Want to say anything, and then someone would be like, "Yeah, actually, that's illegal."
Right. I could not find any way to enter the big Tesla giveaway without spending at least $42.
And we're giving away Tesla to someone random who bought stuff.
They also gave away 24 tickets, which gave you the opportunity to be in a video. Again, most of these tickets you had to make a purchase to win.
One random person that buys in what time frame? 10 minutes. We're gonna put this in someone's order that buys something. And we're gonna have 24 people. We're gonna put them in 24 different circles. $1 million on the line. Have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Also, this video never happened. There is no MrBeast video of 24 people in circles competing for $1 million. Unless it ended up being 100 people in a circle competing for $500,000, but it's a smaller prize. And
why do people want to lie to kids? That is the most lowest hanging food ever, next to animals. Why would you do this to little kids?
Much worse odds. So like, did they just pocket the money or what? Hey, it's the pilot guy.
Woo! Let's get it!
Wait, he's about to be the first one out? That's unlike him.
Even though you got out first, I still have a prize for you. Just wait here.
Oh, first person out gets a car, and it just happened to be your friend Mac. Another thing that just annoys me is Jimmy constantly says during these live streams that he's just doing this for fun because he loves giving things away.
Oh, and I just like giving away stuff. It's kind of funny.
Imagine you just lost a bunch of money at the casino, and the owner comes out and he says, guys, the reason I do all this, I just love giving away money. Also, you're 7 years old in that example. It's insane that he can flip these massively profitable illegal lotteries targeted towards children as an act of generosity.
I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to go place an order at shopmrbeast.com. Anyone watching any of the lives, and we're gonna throw iPhones in some of them.
And again, there are very few videos of this live stream on the internet. I think MrBeast probably copyright strikes re-uploads, but almost any clip you do find will have some new violation of internet gambling or sweepstakes laws.
Well, I thought it was him. I was like, keep going. Wait, let's go! Wait, it's literally like his initial. Who is it? My cousin. Wait, really?
Actually, that's illegal.
Some of the common complaints we see in threads about this live stream are that they only signed large t-shirts. So when they selected an order to give a prize, it was apparently always a large or extra large t-shirt. They kept saying things like buy in the next 15 minutes for a chance to win and then not honoring it. Multiple people claiming that their name was read to win a prize and they never received it. This person is still tweeting about it to this day. Now, there's a lot more people complaining about the deceptive
883 days.
sales tactics. Reading all this really upsets me because I spent money I honestly didn't have for 5 shirts at different times during the live when they said things like buy now and you will get prize or money. And I received 2 orders and nothing but shirt, both with MB and one with a heart and one with a smiley. I was hoping for at least a couple things for Christmas for my family. This commenter also goes on to explain that she's disabled, has PTSD. Lotteries and scams specifically target vulnerable populations like that. I'm disappointed. My son bought a signed shirt and was so excited. He watched a live stream and saw that people who bought would receive $100. He was excited to win something and be a part of his favorite streamer, MrBeast. When the shirt arrived, he was grinning from ear to ear. When he realized that there was no $100, he was visibly disappointed. He said nothing other than, I guess he meant everyone except me. He loves his shirt, but I'm really upset seeing him hurt. And obviously people can lie on the internet, but a lot of people are independently claiming the same things. Like that at the end of the live stream, they said they were putting $100 in every order. Now, my speculation is that they put $100 in every order that came across the table that they signed. But I'd be interested to see how they worded that. If the video of this live stream ever resurfaces, I think a lot of these claims will be proven true, which MrBeast definitely has this stream saved. He saves all his footage. So I'll ask you, Jimmy, will you publish this to prove your innocence? Also, using archive.org, we can see what the website looked like on the day of the stream, and while there's no mention of any sweepstakes whatsoever, it does say this limited tee signed by MrBeast and crew, but the description says it's signed by a member of the MrBeast crew, and it doesn't say anywhere that other members will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by MrBeast. So here's a clip of Tyler using MrBeast's signature. So Tyler signs MB, which is MrBeast's signature. Then he covers it, signs his own initials, TC, smirks, looks around, and then quickly slides the shirt away. Could you make it any more obvious? You know, you don't accidentally have someone else's signature as muscle memory. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I think this is fraud. Maybe they could say it's the brand's signature, even though it's clearly implied that this is Jimmy's signature, which was established during the last live stream.
Hey! MB, MrBeast. So this is MrBeast's signature.
No way, this one was signed by MrBeast. It's just got the MB, but that means it's signed by Mr. Beast. That's obviously his, Mr. Beast. This is so cool. That's obviously his,
MrBeast. You know, some people bought these shirts as collector's items or even investments, and this puts into question the authenticity of all MrBeast signed merch, which otherwise could have been very valuable one day. This was clearly muscle memory, and judging by his body language, he knew he exposed this. Even Tariq notices Tyler slip up and immediately looks into the camera, looks guilty, and then readjusts his body and rubs his hands together. Also, MrBeast said during the live stream that this is the last time he'd ever sign anything, and that was just a lie. Illegal lotteries targeted towards children and selling fake signatures. I mean, imagine if any other YouTuber was caught doing this.
You're very smart with your money.
The guy who just throws away millions of dollars on YouTube videos is a gambler. Who would have thought?
Oh, God, these people are just trash. I know because the children are the most vulnerable, but what type of person goes after? I mean, I know predators go after kids, but I don't know, man. When I see little children, I don't envy them. Okay. I'm on red alert on their behalf. And it's like, I have to, and if they're outside of the house, my control, bodyguard, mama instinct, auntie instinct, okay? Guardian angel instinct come into play, and it's like it's like everything I can do, I do it to protect them. Like the last thing I would want to do is like cheat on them. Now let me tell you, I do okay, hold on, I got a confession. I do eat food off their plate, and I tell them they better not get mad. Like if they got some fries and I want some fries, I'll take a good portion of fries, and they'll get mad, and I'll go, what you gonna do? But that doesn't happen often. That doesn't happen often, okay? Just letting y'all know. But other than that, man, I watch over them, okay? Taking food off their plate is teaching them it's teaching them to not resource guard. It's okay. Kids can be wasting food. They ain't gonna waste them French fries. I tell you that.
By this point, MrBeast noticed a problem with these CTA giveaways. I mean, obviously they're illegal, but more importantly, they're not as profitable as they could be. Look at it like this. There are two value propositions at play here: the perceived value of the product and the perceived value of the chance to win a prize. So for something like these $42 t-shirts, if the viewer values the chance to be in a video at $10, they need to value the t-shirt at an additional $32 to make the purchase. So the more expensive the product, the less effective the lottery is. You want to get the product as close to $0 as possible, so people are just paying for the perceived value of the lottery. That's what's most profitable because humans can't accurately comprehend the difference between 1 in a million odds versus 1 in a billion odds. They both kind of just compute as, I have a small chance to win, which MrBeast is well aware of this flaw in human mental arithmetic.
Past a certain point, the average human is like, large sum of money, click. And like larger sum of money doesn't really impact the viewing experience.
So also the larger your audience is, the more profitable a lottery will be. Anyway, MrBeast wanted the cheapest product possible to use for these CTA giveaways. Basically a piece of paper, but you obviously couldn't sell a piece of paper without getting backlash. So in January 2021, 3 months after the last shirt signing stream, MrBeast did a live stream where for only $10, viewers could send a picture to the moon. Wait, JPEGs that are going to the moon? And of course he did more illegal lotteries.
Just to keep things fun and interesting, as if putting a photo on the moon isn't interesting enough. Someone who puts a photo on the moon, or if you buy the bundle, whatever, in the next 30 minutes, we'll just fly you down to be in a video.
3 years later, the spaceship finally launched, carrying beautiful pictures of deceased loved ones to the moon, where they would be immortalized.
That happened in China.
It fucking exploded. So obviously MrBeast refunded everyone, right? Right? Is it MrBeast's fault that the rocket exploded? No. Is it his fault that he advertised it as, for $10, I will put your photo on the moon?
For $10, I'll put whatever picture you want on the moon.
When he couldn't guarantee that? Yes, of course. October 16th, 2021, same thing. Buy this shirt to be in a video.
Shopify dashboard. We just have like a random number generator, and then like we just put the number, like if there's 1,000 orders, we just put it, picks a number between 1 and 1,000, then my people give me the name. So, the first person that we're inviting to be in our Squid Game, if you want to enter, click the link in the description, buy the shirt or hoodie, is Alonzo Diaz.
Or there's an actual $100 bill.
Wait, really?
Like, they actually sent a $100 bill.
Wait, what does it say? Oh, now we have to read the message. You and your crew are an inspiration to our young ones. He wanted to send you $100.
Why? What? You sent a freaking multi-millionaire $100? Oh my God!
Everyone click the link or the view product thing in the bottom left. We're gonna open 3 packages, and whatever's in those 3 packages, we're gonna give someone random that buys.
MrBeast is the American dream.
Now, I'm going to get to what, in my opinion, is the most unethical CTA giveaway that MrBeast has done. But before I do that, I really want to drive home the point that the closer a sweepstakes is to an illegal lottery, the more money it makes. Because, you know, every customer is supposed to be informed that they can enter easily for free and that making a purchase does not increase their chances of winning. Like, you're supposed to say no purchase necessary in all of your promotional material, which MrBeast does not do. This legal gray area only leads to people getting scammed, especially the elderly and children, who are also being introduced to gambling. The only people who benefit off of sweepstakes are influencers and scammers. Remember Wizza, a sweepstakes company that got exposed as a total scam and shut down? Even Omaze, the charity sweepstakes company, got exposed as a scam and had to shut down in the US. Or back in the day, there was Mystery Brand. You remember Mystery Brand?
So Mystery Brand.
Oh yeah, I remember Mystery Brand. They tried to get me to. Oh wow, that's. They tried when I on my old channel Tree of Logic, they sent me a sponsor invite, and I'm like, I don't play games. I just do commentary videos. But it was I could tell it was such a scam. Then I'm kind of glad I was like, even if I was a gamer, I wouldn't have done it, but still.
Is a website where you purchase different boxes with chances of winning things.
Right.
Take, for example, this women's Christmas box. It costs $15 to open, and you can win the most expensive Los Angeles realty. But you can't even click it, okay? It doesn't even give you more information.
It wasn't gonna work. Okay, y'all, let's go stop here. We'll watch we went through so much already. So we're gonna watch the rest of this on Friday. I'm gonna be taking a bath. Where is my jump scare? Sorry. I'm trying to find my I'm trying to find my account. Oh, here we go. All right, here we go. All right. All right, chats. I'm looking at all of y'all. Eric Robert. Who else is in here? Tommy. Tommy's probably gone right now. Yeah, boo. Yeah, boo. We went over 3 hours. I started earlier. And I'm about to go home and take a nice hot bath so I can stop being so cranky. Although I must admit, dealing with the stream did make me forget about my pain. Pain without love. Pain can't get enough. Pain like it rough. Mr. Oh, I thought his net worth was 500 million. That shizzle. And probably start working on that Kidology Part 2 video. I really don't want, oh God, dude. Maybe work on that. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, can y'all go watch my video that I did, that I got from the stream? I just uploaded it today. I needed to hit 1,000. I'm gonna need it to hit 1,000 views. So, being listed as 700 million. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. I would. Okay, got it. Oh. Yeah, I mean, no, that is filthy rich. No, shoot, I'm not arguing the point about him not being a multi-millionaire. He is uber rich. I just don't like how he's taking advantage of all those children, you know, especially if they were poor. I can't imagine y'all don't give money to millionaires. I can't believe Elon Musk has a subscribe button where you can pay money to him. Like he's a freaking billionaire. Imagine the clowns that get hold on, let's go see how much that costs. How much it costs to be a subscriber to his. Ah! Okay, can you get hold on a second. Let me All right, let's see how much it costs. Not much to see here. Get bonus content. $4. Oh, okay, it just costs $4. All right, $4. Did MrBeast say anything since he came back? Nope. This is the last thing he said. It'd be into Dr. Disrespect. Did you guys see Dr. Disrespect's tweet? Press 1 if you saw his tweet. Press 2 if you haven't seen his tweet. Dr. Disrespect came back on Twitter. Okay. Really? Oh man, a lot of you. Okay, well, hold on. Let's do it, Doctor. Here we go. And he's back. He's in front of a car, a game board that has chess on one side and checkers on the other side. It's a cool photo if you really look at it. Not gonna lie, this is a really, really, really cool photo. It's a really cool photo. Josie said it tastes better when it's nacho fries. Actually factual. Actually factual. It tastes a lot delicious when it's nacho fries. Yeah, he's coming back. I mean, I'm not gonna like I said, that's a cool picture. Look at that picture. That's a cool ass picture. He coming back. So there's that. All right, there, chat. They still talking about Venezuela. Okay, I'm gonna shut it down. Thanks for coming. I should have another video later this week. And yeah, we'll see you all Friday. We're gonna finish the MrBeast video and then we can get into some other content, okay? So thanks for coming. I enjoyed you guys. Don't forget to check out my video so I can get some views. And I'll see you all on Friday.